people in like with MS doing a marathon is inspirational.
Yeah, and like people that paint stuff with their toes.
Oh yeah,
that kind of stuff. This guy's robbing a store with his
Oh, I
toes.
just saw that. That's impressive.
You know why I'd be more scared? Is like, there's no way he has good control of that thing.
no, he definitely he just pulled the he just like cocked it back with his foot.
How did he rob the store with his toes?
Oh, he's in one of those permanent chairs.
Okay.
Permanent chairs?
Yeah. You know how people are so disabled that they're like in a chair and
Jeff.
like they're horizontal kind of?
Jeff, can you see this?
Yeah.
Like a wheelchair?
No, like more than a wheelchair. Like it.
Oh.
Stephen Hawking, but less.
Oh, okay.
Look at that move. He's
Telling him
totally
by
cocking the
microphone.
gun.
Oh, wow.
I'm being fucking serious. Do you think I have anything left to live for? You know how expensive these wheelchairs are? Give me.
Do you think he's
all
turning
of
with,
the
like, breath?
jewelry. No, I think it's foot
That's
control.
dedication.
Foot controlled?
Yeah.
He's controlling it and holding him up
Yeah.
with the gun.
That's
He
incredible.
has a gun in his right foot, driving with a.
I think I might have saw that on Top Talent.
It really
That
is.
might be.
Or like bottom talent.
Yeah.
So that's how Kurt Cobain did it.
Actually.
Yeah, he cut off his arms.
So he could suck his own dick better.
No, I just remember there was that documentary where the guy was trying to prove that he didn't kill himself. And one of the
Well, it was
things
like 5
was
years ago?
What?
Came out probably 5 years ago.
It was before that.
Oh, okay.
But he basically was trying to say that there's no way that he could have, being on as much heroin as he was on when he died, that he couldn't have used the shotgun with his foot like he would have to. So
There's a couple things that are. There's a really good podcast series on his death that I listened to that's pretty interesting. There's a lot of like weird facts around his death that don't make sense. Like someone used his credit card shortly after he died to buy flowers. Remembers one of the weird details?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Courtney Love had him killed, but I don't care about that anymore. Like there was a time when I was really obsessed with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it was her
I think she's capable
directly.
of it.
I don't think it was her directly, but I feel like she had some like
Isn't
mental.
anybody capable of some murder?
Well, not me.
Why not? You don't
Well,
think
with
you
a, with,
could
with,
murder
with a tone
someone?
like that, Jeff, you'd
I
definitely.
mean, okay, fine. I
Dude,
guess I have not
Jeff, you're
been
wearing
in a
shorts right now.
decision.
You could stomp someone to death. I've seen your calves. They are
Varicose.
actually,
Well,
everybody
great.
look at the bottom left corner of your, or bottom right corner of your screen right now. You can see one of Jeff's calves.
Jeff flex it.
It is.
The physical
Jeff flex it.
capability to do something does not mean that it's likely that I would do that.
But if somebody were to hypnotize you,
Or like
That's true.
say it's a life and death situation, wouldn't you just go all hardcore and
If
just
I
be
was like Manchurian
you
candidate,
rip your shirt off and go Viking, and then that's
Viking?
when you yell Viking.
What do you-
you say like a Sovngarde or whatever?
what would your trigger phrase be?
I can't think of that.
Lick my butt, please.
Bailing out.
Yeah, that's a good one. You never bail out. I guess someone else would have to say it. I don't know. I've never seen the movie.
What movie?
Yeah.
Manchurian Candidate.
Wait, the one with Denzel Washington
I mean, that's the
or,
remake.
or Shan Pan?
They're actually both pretty good movies. The old one has what's her name from Murder, She Wrote before she was famous.
Bette Midler.
Or not famous, but before she was old.
Bette Midler.
No, not Bette Midler. She was also in Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Stop describing Bette Midler to me. That's more of a bed meddler
It's your loss.
in that movie.
Ah,
What?
Jeff,
that was me.
I'm getting used to these headphones.
Good.
They're canceling all the sound, and so all the sound is digitized into my headphones now.
I'm using literally $3 headphones, and
Yeah,
they
and
sound terrible.
I think we all might have the same kind of headphones on.
I got mine
These
at
ones are
Walmart.
nice.
What?
These ones seem well, they're the same as yours.
Yeah.
Actually, no, yeah, you guys have like the Samsung ones that come with the Samsung phones.
I have no
I mean, it
idea.
says-
no. I
AKG
used
on
to.
it.
Those ones broke. I have.
these are the-
Not you, Jeff. I wasn't talking to you.
These ones,
Well,
these
fine
ones
then.
that I'm wearing are the ones that you're like, yeah, a pack of cigarettes and Fuck it. Give me some of these headphones right here, and a lighter. That's what I'm wearing. That's what it feels like.
I got that Walmart Classic. They're like $12, but they're actually pretty good.
Yeah,
they're pretty decent.
I've
Like, they
had
work.
long-lasting Walmart headphones.
Every time I spend more than $10 on headphones, they break so quickly that I'm like, you know what? I'm better off just buying the shitty ones, and then just getting new ones whenever I need to.
I did spend $40 on a pair of Bluetooth headphones that are like just in the earbuds. Mm-hmm. And those are great. I haven't lost them yet. I've had them for about 6 months, and that was my big fear, so I was going to lose them right away. But
when I was giving plasma, I won Beats by Dre Bluetooth headphones.
Humble brag.
But they stopped working like 2 months in.
Was it like if you give this much plasma, we give you a raffle ticket?
It was a raffle ticket that I did not have to fill anything out for, though. So they were just like, oh, hey, well, because they stopped me when I was signing up to give blood, and I was like, oh, fuck, I'm not like eligible or something. And then all of a sudden I go over there, they're like, oh, here you go, it's headphones. So
it is.
But it turned out they were Bates
Hello,
by
everybody,
Dro.
and thank you for being here with us for the Podchaost. I'm your host, Chad Johnson. With me right here, Emma Jonas, everybody. On the ones and zeros on this side, Zach Chappell.
Hello.
Look at him go. And special guest host also, just look at him. He's here too. We want him here. It's Geoff Parks.
Well, he's 6 feet away from me, so...
Yeah, so you're good.
I'm good.
You're good.
You guys are very brave.
We are contaminated. And we're going to get our other... Are you recording that yet?
No, but I can start now.
Yeah.
Great.
I think
Let's
right
do
now
it.
would be a good time. We are going to call our guest,
All
Jamie
right.
Carbone from Portland. Comedian, very funny.
Yes. Yeah, Jamie is great. He moved from Chicago to Portland.
Chicago.
A couple years ago. Oh, I should turn that a little bit.
He has a last name like he's in the Bob family.
Yeah, I was reading it. That's not coming through here.
Oh.
But that's fine, right?
Yeah, it's recording.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hello.
Oh no.
Oh, we
it's,
might need
you're
to do
right.
some-
It's yeah, I can't hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to adjust the thing. Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Hey!
That's awesome.
I'm so happy.
Look, it's like, well,
let me
what's his
see
name?
here.
But yeah, it's not coming through here, right? Oh, wait, can we just switch it over?
No. How does this? It usually just does it.
I don't know. I'm not.
Oh, you look like Paul Walker. That's what I was going to say.
Donkey Kong replaced Paul Walker.
Should I hang up?
Yeah, we're going to have to call you back because of the mics.
Cool. I'm going to shut my dryer off anyway because it's louder than I expected.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Dope.
All right.
Cool.
Talk to you
Bye.
soon.
So cool.
That was a little taste.
Yeah, I would really want to
I'm
get a
gonna
green
stop
screen
recording
type of
this
setup.
if that works for you. Or should
Yeah,
I-
that's fine.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Just that first one was saved and
Perfect.
yeah.
Okay. Well, carry on while I figure this out.
So before we started, did we watch this while we were recording? Do we want to talk about this? The legged robbery?
Yeah, I think that was it was. And if you were
Dang.
you recording on there?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
this guy with his.
Check it out.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I can just full screening it. Actually, will be helpful.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. See,
He's doing
everything. It really is impressive. And this lady right here, she's got to be terrified.
Oh, yeah.
It's like one slip of the toe. It's like
It's
there's no way you are as dexterous. Is
I like
that the word?
He's got a face mask on.
That's funny. Yeah. Dexterous.
Oh man, I want to see the
You want me to
like a
unplug it
news
and plug it
story.
again? You want me to unplug it and plug it
Oh man, I should not have
Yeah.
read the comments.
Do you think foot fetish people would be into that video?
So I got a foot fetish. A foot fetish.
Oh
that
man.
a song?
Okay.
Footloose? Yeah, okay.
Okay. So that video, it happened in Brazil. I read the comments. And
Brazil.
I read the comments, and there's this website. It's in Portuguese, and I translated it to English. Headline: Wheelchairs arrested after attempted robbery and watchmaking in Canela.
They just kick the guy out of the wheelchair. They take it to jail.
Just arrest the wheelchair. This is the true culprit of the crime. But it's a toy gun.
Without the wheelchair, the guy would not have been able to commit the crime.
Maybe the wheelchair's sentient, and it was the one that actually committed the crime.
Yeah, it's like you with your rage.
And how it's all
And
I'm
how
still in a cage.
How, in spite of it, yeah. How you would have to have like a robot controlling you or something for you to rage out and. But okay, say it was a life and death situation. Don't you have those fantasies of like, oh my god, if I could just use the energy that's inside of me and the strength I have as this person to fucking rip somebody's arms off that's trying to kill me.
That would be nice.
Yeah, right? Don't you have like
I've watched a lot of Star Trek and like
Jesus Christ.
and the idea that I could be a secret android that rips people's arms off.
Oh,
Pretty cool.
just with like a flash of a RF code in front of your face or something? Your eyes go cross-eyed and you're
yeah,
like, I'm going to kill
that happened
everybody
in
now.
Star Trek Picard.
Was it a RF code?
I think it was AF code as fuck.
Back to here.
So the first sentence of this article: a 19-year-old dumb wheelchair was arrested by the military brigade.
Oh, dumb, because like, isn't that what it's called when you're
like if they're lame, like the legs don't work.
Isn't that the word?
Oh, I thought that was them just being like this fucking idiot over here in
Stephen
a wheelchair.
Lynch. You're deaf, dumb, and blind, and an amputee.
Yeah.
You donate your blood every time that you pee.
Oh yeah. What is dumb? Does dumb mean you can't talk?
I think it. Yeah, like Helen Keller.
Yeah.
That girl was dumb.
She's dumb as fuck. She could write a book though. Wait, did she write a book?
No, she just. I mean, it was just a.
Ooh, deaf and dumb.
Oh, you could be dumb
MOA.
if you're just unwilling to speak. Dumb, adjective, temporarily unable or unwilling to speak.
That's dumb.
Oh man, next time someone asks me to say like for my opinion, I'll just be like, nah, dude, pulling a dumb on this one.
Dumb card. Pulling the dumb card.
You know what I was thinking about today?
What?
I was thinking about jokes because I was trying to write some jokes because I haven't done that in a while, but I can only think of like coronavirus type jokes, so I just had to like get them out. But I was thinking a lot of the excuses people have for not wanting to wear masks are a lot like the excuses you hear for people not wanting to wear condoms. Have you thought about this? Have you heard about this? Have you read about this?
Uh-uh.
Am I right?
What are you fucking Jay Leno all of a
For
sudden?
example, keep going.
Like it just feels better when I don't wear it.
Yeah.
I think my face is too big. They don't make masks that fit my big head.
I have the same problem.
You ever
Yeah, Jeff's got that Darth Vader face.
Oh, I had this
You
idea.
should-
It makes my face sweat, my glasses fog up, and I was like, you ever get sweaty penis syndrome when you try and wear a condom?
I do.
Or it's like putting your sweaty arm into a windbreaker, dude. It just doesn't, it's uncomfortable.
Oh man. Yeah, no, it's hard to find a mask that fits. Like you should have seen when I tried to join the
Magnum.
KKK. They
Magnum mask.
Magnum mask. Man, I got a 13-inch circumference head.
Got to buy special pants.
Pants.
Yeah, for
There
the big.
it is. I think this one needs to be in the other thing. I might have to plug in another thing as well. Okay. You guys keep talking about dicks or something.
Was it South Park that? Was it South Park that had the episode where they like rubber banded condoms onto their dicks?
Oh, I don't remember.
I remember some television show having that.
You ever put on a condom and you're like, man, I wish I could just. Get
I
some of
never
this
have.
air." Never ever?
No, I'm just kidding.
Not even for fun, Jeff?
What?
Not even for fun, just to see what it feels like?
Round 2. Calling him again. Already?
Wait, am I still recording?
This is going to be in pieces.
Hello.
Should be good though. Good call.
Hello. Is there any luck this time?
Oh yeah, we fixed it now.
Cool.
Nice.
Hey, there he is.
Cool. There's this.
Yeah, you guys are great. Coming in perfectly.
Awesome.
So is that a green screen behind you?
No, this is an effect that Skype asked me if I wanted to do.
What? They just have that as like a standard effect you can get?
Oh yeah, I can do that too.
It's just like
Yeah.
a basic green screen type effect?
So
Yeah, it's like the Zoom calls. It was like, hey, do you want to just drop an image behind you? And I uploaded like 7 of them. So
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I like your series of Fast and Furious with Donkey Kong.
Oh, yeah, Chad was showing me those earlier today. They're beautiful.
that's how I've been getting through this.
Yeah.
That
It's
guy is furious
Donkey Kong?
and pretty fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he kidnapped a lady once, and Mario had to stop him. So that's
Wow.
not a calm thing to do. I
No,
would,
a well-adjusted person wouldn't commit a kidnapping. Or monkey,
statistically,
or
yeah.
whatever he is.
We don't know how
He-
emotional states work with the gorillas, you know.
Yeah.
He's a donkey. I don't. That's. Have you ever? Because you're pretty nerdy. So have you actually gone into like why he's called that?
Oh, there's a bunch of like rumors and stuff. Because originally he was supposed to be like, there was originally supposed to be a like people like it was originally licensed as a King Kong game, so that they're ripping that off. But no,
Okay.
it was originally licensed as a Popeye game. And then when they lost the license to Popeye, they had to create their own characters, and then they just named him Donkey Kong.
What?
Because they wanted one donkey because Shigeru Miyamoto wanted an animal that's stubborn, and Kong because they wanted to rip off King Kong.
Oh wow! So it's just like, just
Well,
find that
this
loophole
is-
real quick.
It's also the same guy that created Super Mario Brothers, where two plumbers go to a world full of pipes and dinosaurs, and
Yeah.
Also,
It's
the
just,
dude's
you know.
name's Mario, and his brother's name's Luigi Mario.
Oh, their
To
last
be
name
fair,
is Mario.
that's only in the movies. That's not in the game.
Is-
that's
oh, really?
not
It's
in the
not
game,
canon.
no.
Oh man! But then where are the Mario brothers?
Yeah, that's just nepotism, baby.
Interesting. Okay, good to know.
It's a lot.
So how many times have you put on your Mario and or Luigi and or Waluigi and or Wario costumes during this?
During this quarantine, 0 times because I don't know where my Mario costume is.
Oh, no.
Ooh,
Did
what's
you leave
your-
it in that
Oh, no.
video game bar? That's the last time I saw you with it.
That was the last time I wore it, but I don't know. Oh, you know what? It's probably still in that box.
Oh yeah, the box of stuff.
Yeah, I should
Some-
find that box.
Some random shit.
Yeah, it's got like there's a burger costume in there, and I think someone took that poop emoji pillow
Yeah.
thing. So
Didn't Simon Gibson give it to somebody for their date?
yeah, I believe someone like asked him if they could have it, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not taking it home, so sure.
Yeah. That was a fun show.
Yeah, it was weird doing it in that bar, and I say that as a person who ran a every other month show in that bar.
Oh yeah,
So-
did you often do it in that room?
No, we moved it into that room because we're going to be busy.
Yeah.
And we want the computer, the consoles up front to be free if you can. And I was like, well, we did the show once in the middle of the room, and that didn't work at all. So we were like, what if we put it in this back room? And that didn't really. I mean, it worked okay. It didn't work great, but it wasn't terrible.
It was kind of fun having people that close to you
It's
and having
very
it feel like a
cozy.
living room.
Yeah, I think it definitely made it a cozy feel, and it also we had people like coming around to watch, which was nice too. So I thought it worked out pretty well, all things considered.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was part of the Haha Harvest Festival.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm wearing that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, there you are.
you did something really fun at that festival, right? Where you did the X-Men thing, right?
Yes, where I just I did a dramatic monologue only using names of the X-Men, which is an anxiety thing I do when I'm in my house alone.
That's
It
pretty
was
good.
It was really moving.
It was really inspirational, actually. Yeah.
An audience member talked to me very heavily about it, so I'm glad it affected her.
Good.
There was a dude in front of that was sitting in front of. I was sitting with Zach and Jeff.
Oh, that's right.
And there was a guy in front of us that was saying something that you called out from stage. You're like, whoever's saying that, shut the fuck up, or something like that. I'll fucking kill you. I don't remember what they kept saying. Starscream or something like that. What was the?
I can't remember what he was. He was just
Yeah,
like
he was
doing
saying-
a troll
He was
thing.
saying something that was not. He was not an X-Man.
Yeah.
And I was like, this motherfucker.
Yeah. Aquaman or something like that.
Aquaman is definitely not part of the X-Men, but
Well, he was for a little while, wasn't he?
no.
I'm just kidding.
No.
I just like to piss Jeff off. He gets
No.
so upset.
Didn't I say something? Like, I remember in the moment, I was like, I am surprised by how many of these that I recognize. Like,
Oh yeah.
X-Men is the only Marvel thing I really know a lot about, so
How many are there?
a lot.
How many It's like
X-Men.
Yeah.
There's if you count people who were just part of the X-Men, I think it's at somewhere like 118. If you include all the side teams, it's like 300 some. And
Damn.
now with what they're doing in the comics, it's like basically if you were a mutant, you can be an X-Man just depending on the mission. So it's a lot.
It's like they could just get to use the characters they
I've
want
had
for.
sex with a person.
I've had sex with a person. That's what I just heard.
Yeah, I said that because I felt like there was a silence, and I was like, "This is powerful virgin energy."
Oh,
So
I see. Okay.
So I-
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's we were all
sure.
thinking. Is this guy
Thank
a
you.
virgin?
I've gotten that a
Well-
lot too.
I have never actually had sex with a woman. Can you describe to me what it's like?
Scary, intimidating,
That's what I'm worried about.
but warm.
You're supposed to go whoop whoop
Everything's
a bunch of
intimidating the
times.
first time.
That's true.
Yeah, you just raise the roof until she leaves. That's sex.
I'm tall, so I can like physically try and raise a roof in front of a woman. Heck, I've done it before.
You might just impress them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried to impress them.
Women
like,
love a man who's good with his hands
That's true, and I got big ones.
and roofing. Just don't
Afraid of
roofie
heights,
her.
though.
Yeah, yeah. just careful with the wording there.
Yeah.
You said you
it's
wanted-
true. I hooked up with so many women where their fetish is roofing. So I think you can just lean into it.
Shingles.
Depot help.
Have you? What are you playing for video games? I assume you're playing a lot of video games as well.
Yeah, I basically, if I'm not working, I'm either watching movies, watching wrestling, or playing video games. To the point where I was doing all three today at one point, and my wife just went upstairs.
That's
It was
this
just
guy
like,
right here. I'll walk by his bedroom and he just got a new monitor, so he'll be like playing Overwatch or Civ, whatever
I play
it is.
Civ 6 and I'm watching podcasts.
And he's watching, and I'm like, dude, that's too much content coming at you. And he's like, nope.
Is Civ 6 good?
It's pretty good. It's free right now too.
A what?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get that.
Yeah, on Epic. So,
Yeah,
till I
let-
think Wednesday.
I'm gonna play it real fast. Epic.gm/Spotify.
Yeah, if you just
Could
if
you
want to
message
just
me
sit
that?
in your fucking computer chair.
do it right now,
I'm so
actually.
scared to get that game because it's free and I just got a new computer, so it's like, oh, that'd be fun. That's dangerous.
It's like me in Animal Crossing.
yeah,
Can't do it.
Yeah.
it's a problem.
Been burned.
I'm bad at the strategy. I'm like not good at them at all. I'm good at turn-based, but like anything that's like you're competing against people, I'm just like I'm gonna lose because I don't multitask well.
I don't like playing Civilization against other people at all because I'm
Oh, I didn't even know
terrible
it
at
was
any
multiplayer.
sort of competitive game in any way. I just like creating, like putting it together and having it be a thing. It's like this weird psychological thing that I like.
I wish there was more like a
No, I get
Sims
that. I
where you
think-
could have just like a sandbox. Like I wish they would just be like, here, if you want to just fuck around and just
You mean Sim City that the Sims came from? Is that what
kind
you're
of,
talking
but
about?
I want to play The Sims, but just on a small scale where it's like I just want like a creative mode for The Sims, which is like you can get there if you like get all your simoleons and stuff like that. But I got my daughter Sim
Yeah,
4 and
the
she's
old-
like, there's way too much going on. I don't know. I don't want to go to work. I'm
Like if-
yeah, we don't want to go to work.
Like
Yeah, I
if
haven't played
they mix up
like
Minecraft
so.
and The Sims or something.
Yeah, if that were a thing. Make that.
That would work.
Okay,
I
let me
could
just
be
get
into
on
that.
my computer and start tappy away. I'll get it to you tomorrow.
Thanks.
Cool.
How are y'all? This has been about me. How are y'all holding up?
Well, you're the guest.
Good. Just doing work and playing with video and stuff all the time, playing video games.
I think I'm dehydrated from masturbating so much. I'm not gonna lie.
You know you can drink water while you're masturbating, right?
Yeah, you just
While?
you stick it
true.
right in your pee hole, right?
Yeah, you
Just
get
get
that.
an IV.
Everyone knows you put the
That's
water in
meant
your
this
butt, so
out?
it's absorbed straight to your bladder.
Yeah, you just do it that way. All goes down.
Get one of those hamster
I love-
like
I love a nice hydrating enema. You know, that really just wakes me up for the day.
Oh yeah, an ice cold enema in the morning
God.
really just gets me going.
Oh man,
right in your potato.
that's weird of you to say, Jeff. What a weirdo.
Yeah, no one knows what that means.
I made a garden
Whoa.
in more
You-
wholesome
that's
news.
cool.
Thanks. It's my first garden.
What
I'm
are you
very
growing?
excited. I have some peas, beans, celery, cucumber, 2 kinds of tomatoes, mystery squash, and sage that was left over from my old roommate. Oh, and I just planted some sunflowers and mint and
What is-
lavender.
Nice.
Whoa.
What is mystery squash?
It's where you open it and you don't know
yeah,
what
you
color
just
it's gonna be on the inside. I'm sorry, I probably talked over what you just said.
What'd you say, Jamie?
Well, I was just curious, like how did you just find these seeds randomly? Like, why is it a mystery?
Well, I went. I have a friend who has been making masks, and she has like a little trade table in her backyard. So I went and picked them up, and she had a tray of little plant starts that were free for the taking, and one of them just said like some kind of squash on it. So I grabbed it and planted it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's more handy than I. Yeah, I think that's a good use of time because all I've done is stare at a computer or at a TV or at a phone.
Oh, I'm doing a lot of that too.
Can you just like plant a potato and have it grow?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
I kind of want to do that.
Do it.
In some places, where they don't have like proper storage, once you harvest a potato, they tell you to just replant it until it's ready to eat.
Wow.
Huh.
That's
Never
just
heard
a thing. I learned that last week.
Neat. I know potatoes, they can't be planted near certain
That makes
other
sense.
plants or they'll fuck them up.
Because they have the solanine or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I buy it.
It's the green, like the green that you see on potatoes. That's like a concentration of this chemical that's like bad for you.
Oh. So you're not supposed to eat green potato chips?
Is that why you don't eat the? Nope.
You know what's crazy is how many chemicals that I love that are technically bad for me.
It's not like dangerous amounts, but it's technically not great for you. That's why, because that's like their defense mechanism.
Oh.
This is all stuff I learned in culinary school that I've never used anything.
Do you think alcohol is like a poison mechanism from like alcohol plants?
alcohol?
Where they're like, maybe
plants.
if we poison them enough,
Well,
they won't drink us anymore.
all of the plants in that category, like the same general family, have that same chemical, like peppers and tomatoes and various other things.
I know nothing about
I like
vegetables.
I
Or
like
root
Zach's
things.
summation
Yeah.
of what alcohol is.
I know. Shh. Don't go back. Don't rewind. Don't look over what I just heard, what said.
No, I think there are alcohol plants.
Yeah, just accept that it was
Where's
scientifically
it come
accurate.
from?
Yeah. Jamie, you do not drink, right?
The booze tree.
You're like, are you 100%
true.
sober
Don't-
or are you green and sober?
I'm green and sober.
Nice.
Nice.
And hallucinogen someone else is buying and sober.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Respect, man. That's the way to do it, I think.
I had a pretty. Do you guys want to talk about my alcoholism? Because we can do that.
If
Yeah.
you want to talk
Yeah,
about
if you
it,
want to.
we would love to talk
I'm
about
not saying
it.
if you want to.
Oh.
I'm saying yeah, I want to.
We have like a whole spectrum of
Yeah.
drinkers and non in this whole areas.
Zach's spectrum.
I'm about to hit 5.5 years sober. It'll be like in a week. It's kind of
Wow,
fun.
congratulations.
Yeah, I was very good at drinking. Like, I don't want to say it was all I knew how to do, but like I was so much of a drunk when I was doing stand up that when I quit drinking, I had to relearn how to do stand up for over like 6 weeks.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
That is how much of a fucking alcoholic I was. I had never been on stage without a drink for the first 2 years as I did it. So it was definitely a different world for sure.
Didn't you feel like it was better? Like you were just so pissed that you hadn't done that way earlier?
Yeah, kind of. It's both, because I feel like when it comes to riffing and shit, I was way better when I drank.
Yeah,
you know?
there's
Like
the
I was more
looseness that you have.
loose.
Yeah.
I was more. Yeah, exactly. I felt like I was able to like fuck around with the room a little more. I wasn't like adhering to my jokes 100%. But like outside of that, I'm a better performer sober. I'm a better writer, I think, sober. Well, actually, I think my best writing when I'm depressed as fuck, but that's a whole other issue.
I get that.
That's an addictive drug.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then I'm definitely more like aware of, hey, abandon a bit. Like I'm better at like stage management when I'm sober, as opposed to being like, I wrote this joke, I'm going to do this joke, even if it bombs the whole way.
Yeah, for sure.
That's like I'm so glad that I had a huge cocaine problem for a while when I was younger, And I'm so glad that I didn't do comedy during that period of time. Like I hadn't started yet, because like I probably would have turned into that like annoying asshole Coke comic.
But sometimes a little bit of cocaine makes you have the best set ever, and you're like, God damn it.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Now I have to do
That's very
cocaine all
true.
the time.
I had that problem with
Yeah, that's all.
alcohol, actually.
Yeah, you're way funnier when you're drunk.
Thanks.
Jeff, you're so funny when you're
I'm
drunk.
genetically.
What, Jamie?
I'm sure there's like a 2-second time difference,
Yeah.
and this, it's killing me a little bit. I'm genetically resistant to cocaine.
Huh.
Whoa.
So like,
I'm sorry.
You've tried a bunch of cocaine and it just didn't do anything.
Yeah. The only time I ever felt anything was that like when I rubbed it on my gums. You know that old trick, so as you don't waste any. That felt good, but all the times I've done it, it's basically like, what if I just drank a Monster, or a Red Bull or something? I'm just up for a few hours.
Yep.
I don't have any of the other cool energy perks, and then I crash. I don't even have like drug hangovers or whatever you want to call it afterwards, where I feel like I'm crashing from it. I'm just like, oh, I'm sleeping now, I'm awake.
Yep.
Wow.
Kind of cool.
That's like with energy drinks for me. Like because of cocaine, like I can drink 7 energy drinks in a day, and it doesn't really do much to me. Like at this point, so
That's good.
Congratulations. Weird
That's good
flex
for
but
my
okay.
heart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
said
it's
heart
probably
really
fine.
Yeah,
for your bod.
I like uppers. Cocaine's really good. I'm glad I didn't really fall into that really hard, but it's been fun every time I've done it. I mean, I had a bad reaction to
Sure,
it
it's a
once.
good
but,
hang.
A bad reaction to it once.
I had a
Let's
bad
dissect
reaction to
that
it
a little
once.
bit.
What do you mean?
What was
What
that
happened?
bad reaction
If
like?
you don't mind us asking.
My face went numb, as it does.
For how long?
Like 6 months.
I think. Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I think that's
just
called a stroke.
Just a little bad
listen,
reaction.
I
It came
sat-
back.
I sat by his bed.
and then you
came
did it
every
again
night.
immediately.
Yeah, once it came back, I was like, okay, it comes back, and then you do it again. It's like it's the same thing. When I broke my leg, I was skateboarding down a hill, and then once my leg healed, I was like, I gotta go do that one more time, just to see.
Did you really? I
Yeah,
never
oh,
heard that
yeah.
part of the whole
Yeah,
thing.
I did do that.
Oh man.
I was almost married at that point, and I got she didn't talk to me for a while. She was pissed.
That is pretty dumb.
Yeah,
All things considered.
I get it.
But also, it's
I was-
pretty badass. It's super badass.
yeah, right.
Yeah, it's so badass.
How long were you in the cast?
How long? What?
How long was your leg in the cast after the skateboarding accident?
I didn't walk for a year. I didn't have a cast. I had to get I had a double compound fracture with my.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was gnarly, and yeah, it was a pretty bad thing. I got metal from my knee to my ankle and like 3 screws still. I had 5, I think. I've had 2 taken out.
Holy shit!
He's a lightning wrist.
So, are you excited for the new Tony Hawk game?
Yeah, I really am. I
fuck
love
yeah.
that game.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. Same.
yeah. I hope
God
it's
damn,
I hope
I
it's
didn't know
done
you were
well
like-
because they did some
I-
they did like a new Tony Hawk recently, like within 5 years ago, and it just got bad reviews. Everybody's like, the
Yeah, it wasn't
controls are
good.
all fucked up.
But honestly, like a Tony Hawk Pro
Yeah, I
Skater
think-
remaster, even if it's just the exact same game, just like tuned up controls and updated graphics, I'll be okay with it because those games were so fun.
As
that-
long as you can flow the same way that you could before, and
Yeah.
if it's the same control scheme, because they fucking changed it a little bit with that latest one, and it was just everybody said it was like just something's weird with
It
it.
was I think they called it just flat out Tony Hawk 5, and it just
Oh, yeah,
felt a
yeah.
little too grounded as opposed to you being able to chain 18 tricks together.
Yeah, I don't like
I
the
think that was people's
realistic
big problem with
like
it.
Skate got popular. People like that, but
I love
liked
Skate.
I
I was
liked the
converted.
craziness of Tony Hawk. Like 1 and 2 were perfect games.
Yeah. I want to be Darth Maul while I skate in a library.
Oh yeah, Darth Maul. Spider-Man was in them.
I
Who
just
else? Yeah, that's great.
Skate. The reason I liked Skate
Jenna
and I
Jameson.
turned to Skate from Tony Hawk is just because it's very satisfying to do things that feel like you're actually skateboarding on a controller, and it seemed more realistic. I know it's not,
I know.
but I'm just saying
Yeah.
it felt more satisfying to do tricks that way.
You should have tried Tony Hawk Ride.
Uh,
Did you ever try that one?
Oh, that's the one
Was
with
that the one with the prop?
Yeah, it's the skateboard that
Like
has the
the
sensor
surfboard?
on the side of it
Yeah.
that can tell when you're scooting your sock along the floor.
Ugh.
It's more like Tony Hawk. Static Shock.
Yeah. God, that sounds so. I
How
hate
long
the
you been
feeling
building
of
up to that?
skin on carpet.
just right now.
Ugh.
Wait, you hate skin on carpet?
Yeah, for a lot of cloths, I don't know, just like the movement. It's one of the things. It's like nails on a chalkboard. It's not that bad, but just imagining playing. No, it's not the sound. It's the feeling.
Oh, you know,
okay.
I get the
That's
same
Like
thing.
this one's fine, but if it were a little bit rougher or like
Like a tennis ball.
Like Shaq.
Well, that's like
yeah.
when I have like mild trypophobia, and I wonder if it's the same.
You take
feeling.
acid?
Like when you see like a beehive or something that like makes my skin crawl. Is it like that?
It's
Or like when you do a permanent marker on a cardboard box.
No, I love that.
Oh, I fucking hate that.
love
it.
I'll hit
Interesting.
someone. I swear to God, like if
Oh,
someone makes
I
that
like that.
feeling go through my body, I just want to like shake someone until they're not awake anymore.
It's the weirdest thing for me, and it makes
Yeah, I
me
don't
feel
like-
bad for
like what is
dogs.
it, like-
It's like the idea of putting a tennis
Yeah, I don't like
ball
the
in your
nails on
mouth.
the chalkboard.
Ugh. Oh, nails on a yeah.
What's wrong with
Classic.
putting the tennis ball in your mouth?
I don't know. It just seems like it's the weirdest mouth
let's
feel. It's a
back up.
weird feeling. I couldn't imagine it. When I see a dog do it, I want to take it from him and just like.
He can't find a collar that fits him. What are you saying? Back up.
I just wanted to examine that more too.
Oh, him putting tennis balls in his mouth?
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's.
I've always
that's
wondered.
very
What about-
specific.
Have you ever chewed on tinfoil?
Yes.
I've done that just to like creep people out, but it never really bugged me. I just kind of felt like
Hurts my teeth.
It hurts my like what do you call them? Fillings.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
So I don't recommend that.
That's,
Also, I haven't been to a dentist in like 4 years. So
4 years?
All,
That's
Those are
it?
scary.
Yeah. Wait, I
Nice.
haven't gone since I was in high school.
I haven't gone since I
Dang.
got
like
my tooth yanked
11
like
or
6
12
years ago.
Wow.
I've had a couple teeth pulled.
I remember Jeff. We were living together when you went
Probably-
through one of your Jeff apocalypses, and your mouth was all swole up, and you
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
talk. It was great.
When Jeff gets really depressed, he calls it the Jeff apocalypse. He's on like 3 of them so far.
I've had a couple, yeah. No, that was the one where there was an abscess,
Oh.
and I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure it's just because of the Adderall.
I picture you with a bandage around your head. Did you have a bandage around your head?
I don't remember doing that.
Like a big pad right here.
It's. I mean, I
like the old
possibly
timey
had a
like
pad.
1950s sitcom style.
Yeah. Oh,
I
dude,
was-
that was awesome. Your glass did a thing. Do that again. No, do the thing with your
Did it
glass.
disappear?
Oh, hold on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's
cool.
great.
Magic.
Nice. You're drinking diesel.
Diesel, Vin Diesel.
Mm, that's better than any cocaine, baby.
I think denim's the worst one.
The-
I've been thinking about which.
She's just going like this on her pants. She's like, "Yep, this is the worst thing."
Well, it's not like I can do it once and it's fine, but I don't know, it's just a weird like it makes my hands like almost burn, but they get sweaty. I don't know. It's
Huh.
That's
no
interesting.
one else experiences this.
No, not with denim.
No.
Not with
Not with
denim,
that.
but now I understand because like I understand your denim thing because for me the tennis ball thing I understand is a weird thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
all got a weird thing.
Wait, so have you ever put tennis balls in your mouth and chewed on them?
No, just the thought of like
Do
how it
it.
would feel. Nah.
What if it? Yeah,
Nah, I'd
do
rather
some like
not.
exposure
Find a fucking
therapy.
tennis ball.
or
No,
immersion
honestly,
therapy.
I think it'll make me gag. I don't know what it is.
Okay, so now we have to do it. I want to see this really badly.
Next week.
Wait, we need to put a ball gag in Zach's mouth.
You should
No.
Twitch stream it.
So he's
No,
just like,
dude, it's gonna give me diarrhea. 'Cause I can't
Yeah.
puke because it's just gonna come out the back.
Oh God.
That's not how bodies work at all.
Listen, I'm not a doctor, but I've been watching a lot of Dr. Drew lately, so
Dr. Drew.
Yeah, he talks about puke going the other way,
And
diarrhea,
potatoes.
and potatoes. Girl, all sorts of stuff in there.
Jamie,
No.
have you done any? Oh, wait, go ahead. Were you saying something? Were you saying
No,
something?
please. I was just
Okay.
talking about how like if you have a ball gag and you puke, it'll come out of your nose.
Oh no, you're right.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, like on Drag Me to Hell, she
And your
covers her
ears.
mouth. Have you seen Drag Me
Why
to
would
Hell?
some- does it? No, I don't watch movies that'll give me nightmares because I'm 12.
Oh,
That one's
I like
funnier
that.
than it is scary.
It's really funny. So she works at like this really like nice bank, and she starts getting a nosebleed, and she's like, oh shit, because she's cursed, and she's like, oh shit, and then she covers her nose, and how does it happen? So then she starts puking blood out, and she's like, oh, and she can't stop it, and it's going everywhere, and everybody's like, dude, you're puking blood everywhere. What? And she's like, and she's freaking out. So she covers her mouth, and then it shoots out of her nose like as fast as it was coming out of her mouth. It's fucking hilarious.
It's really funny.
And also this old lady like deep throats someone's elbow.
Oh, yeah.
It's great.
Oh,
Was
great
this
movie.
That's all you need to
Who
know.
direct that?
Sam Raimi.
Yeah, was
The
it
guy
he
who
involved with
directed
that somehow?
Spider-Man.
He was like the producer, or did he actually
Well,
direct
and
it?
Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Evil Dead was like very much like comedy horror.
Yeah, it is that.
So Evil Dead 2 more.
Yeah, it's funny. Justin Long's in it.
I thought that was
He's
the girl was Renee Zellweger for a long time for some reason in that movie.
Weird.
Which
Yeah,
movie?
I know. She's just like
Drag Me to Hell?
I think she's just like a first-time actress or something, but
Have you watched any movies that you were surprised that you enjoyed during this
I watched.
quarantine?
Have you guys seen Cyrus?
No. That's the one with
Yeah.
John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
And he babysits or whatever. No,
Yes,
he's a stepdad.
yeah, that's it,
Jonah
exactly.
Hill.
Yeah. I bought it at a Blockbuster like a decade ago for $2,
Score.
and I watched it, and it was really good. It's one of the Duplass brothers ones, yeah.
Oh no shit! I
And
didn't know they made
neither did I. It was like maybe one of their first ones.
Huh.
And it was John C. Reilly fucking crushes it, but when does he not?
that. He always does.
And then I expected it to be more like cringe and shit, and instead it was just like, hey, I have an unhealthy relationship with my mom, but I want to work on it. So
Aw,
I
that's
highly
great.
recommend it.
I've been watching a ton of Duplass brothers. I just watched Paddleton, and I watched both Creeps.
Is that the one with the bear and the
Paddleton,
raincoat?
You're thinking of Paddington 2, the finest piece of cinema ever created
Okay.
that I've never seen.
that is also true.
How can you call it the greatest piece of cinema?
Very
What?
Go on.
what was that again, Zach?
How can you call it the greatest piece of cinema you've ever seen if you haven't actually seen it?
That's just how it's
She has
known.
some Rotten Tomatoes in her
He's really
backyard.
holding his.
Oh
holding
shit!
the
Actually, I
thesis
pulled
on.
it up. I pulled it up, and it has a higher rating than Cyrus does
See, there
on
you
IMDb.
Go. So I win this conversation.
Ooh.
Nice job.
No, I watched
Yeah, this is a competitive show.
I watched Manson Family Vacation too. That was really great.
That's the one with Chevy Chase?
No.
What is
Going to Manson World.
It's another Duplass brother. Well, it has Jay Duplass plays one of the lead roles.
Oh, okay.
It's just another in my string of Duplass movies. I don't know.
Is Mark Duplass the one from Safety Not Guaranteed?
I don't know, but he's the guy from the
Yes.
League. Is he in that? I don't know.
Yeah,
Cool,
he's
that
in
guy,
the
yeah.
league, I think.
I like that movie a lot.
He's also in Safety Not Getting,
I should watch that again.
because he's like, they've got like half of their stuff is on Netflix, and they're not always great, but they're usually pretty good.
The writing's always really enjoyable.
They're the mumblecore
Yeah, they get that
thing, right? That's like
Huh?
what they get.
Yeah,
They get put into.
I thought that's a type of rap.
that's like their genre.
That's a different thing.
That's a genre of filmmaking?
No, that's,
Yeah, well, it's not like a hard
Yeah, mumblecore.
genre, but it's just it's like a indie movie like trend that happened for a while, where I'm not as sure exactly how to describe it.
Adam,
Oh yeah, there's like a whole.
what's his name?
Okay, wait.
This
I got
guy.
the Wikipedia.
Driver?
Driver, thank you.
yeah. yeah.
That guy.
So
Just started saying Adam, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
wait, do you guys want to hear?
He's one of those,
I thought
right?
you were trying to trigger Geoff's candidacy.
Possibly.
Just-
mumblecore was like it happened in the like mid 2000s, kind of.
Yeah, okay, that tracks.
Mumblecore is a subgenre of independent film characterized by naturalistic acting and dialogue, sometimes improvised, low-budget film production, an emphasis on dialogue over plot. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah,
Neat.
like just general like indie movies.
I
That's what I
learned
think of when I think of
something.
an indie movie.
it's like a low-budget Tarantino.
Now, a lot of indie movies are way
Marin's
too
girlfriend just
plot
died.
Huh?
Oh, sorry,
Like right now?
this fucking time delay.
That's great.
That is a
but,
big
like,
time
Marin's
delay if
girlfriend
it
just
happened
died,
right
like,
now for you.
What?
Yeah, we
One
should
more
just
time.
go over to your place.
This
We
is
just do
wonderful.
us there.
No, just one more time.
Yeah, just say 6 feet away and it'll be fine. But like Mark Maron's girlfriend who just died was a big part of Mumblecore.
Oh shit.
I didn't know about that.
That she got her like start with like those kind of films. It's basically what's his name? Fucking the guy who did Kicking and Screaming, the guy who directed Noah Baumbach. It's like he was
Oh,
one
yeah.
of like the big setters. It's like indie, like it focuses more on relationship as part of the story as opposed to like action and then like a driving, sort of high stakes thing. It's usually pretty low stakes, like day in the life kind of shit. And it's also like the stuff that I will watch 9 times out of 10 because it's low stakes, so it won't give me as much anxiety.
Yeah, that's what I like about those movies. It's this low stress.
It's like modern day Cassavetes or something. Sorry.
What's your take on Cassavetes? That's
John
my reference.
Cassavetes? He has a couple films that are very, very good.
Like what?
One called Shadows is really good. And then another one called Faces. Another one called what is the
I
name
really
of that?
enjoy The Dirty Dozen
Thanks, Zach. That's good contribution.
and Love Streams.
Love
Are you just
Stream?
Are
reading
those
a science
Cassavetes
fiction?
movies?
Yeah, that's one.
No.
John Cassavetes.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just.
Oh,
okay.
it's
see what you're doing.
see. I thought it was Cassavetes, and he was saying it multiple. Like I like Cassavetes, like his movies.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I do like John
like I like
Cassavetes.
Scorsese's.
Listen, I'm just assuming. I just Googled it. Okay.
This one. They're all Scorsese's. They're all good.
We're really into art house stuff over here.
I'm not. Oh, you know what I just watched was I watched the whole John Wick series.
I still haven't seen it.
Holy
They're all
shit.
very,
The
very
trilogy.
good.
The trilogies, yeah. The series so far.
I saw the third one in the theater.
So do you like comedy movies more than other things, just because it's lighthearted and nothing's really negative happening and you don't have to worry about it? That's how I am a lot.
I have really bad anxiety, so as dumb as that, it just depends on my mood. If there's just like there's that episode of The Office, Scott's Tots, where he's like
Oh my
offers
god.
to pay for
yeah,
someone's
that's.
kid.
Ugh.
I can't watch it.
It's
I don't
would rather
remember
die.
it, and they all just freaked out. That's funny.
Do you not remember that one?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, with the computers?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one where you were like he wrote them all checks for like when they graduated? He was like, "Oh,
So he gives them batteries.
Yeah, he gives him laptop. So he promises to pay for a whole class of children. He promises when they're in like second or third grade or something, he's gonna pay for all their college tuition, and so he's like a hero. And then the time comes that he must reap what he has sown, and he obviously can't pay tuition for all these kids who just adore him, and they like bring him in and give him a party and have him give a speech and everything. And he
Have a
winds up
choreographed
he
dance.
decides, all right, I'm just gonna get all of them laptops, and then that's too expensive too, so he just buys them laptop batteries.
I have that same feeling about Curb Your Enthusiasm. I had to stop watching Curb Your Enthusiasm after the third season or something.
I just started watching that show. It's great.
I mean, it's a good show. It's
It
just
is.
like I can't watch it. It's just
It's very
it
anxiety
hurts.
inducing.
Like it hurts so much to watch.
You know what did that really for me was the increasingly poor decisions of Tara.
Oh
Margaret.
God, that
I
one
couldn't finish
Yeah, I
that
couldn't
show.
do it.
Yeah, I finished the whole thing because I liked that the idea was that in the title. He's always making the worst decisions until it escalates to him like in
Spoilers.
North Korea. Like it's crazy how the whole thing goes.
Super spoilers.
I haven't seen the second season of that.
What kind of shows are you watching right now? What's your jam?
Right now, I'm watching Chef, the Chef show.
I heard
Nice.
that's good.
John
Robert
Favreau.
cooking one, because I love that movie and I like to watch them cook. I'm watching Midnight Gospel.
Oh yeah, I
That's
saw the
right.
first 2 episodes of that, and I cried with it in the first 2 episodes, and it's like, Jesus, dude, but it's so
Yeah.
good.
It's really well done. It's been like my late night anxiety enjoyment because it's basically a podcast, which helps.
Yeah, for sure.
But the animation is badass too,
love
so
it.
I appreciate that.
I wonder if part of it is like him actually taking some mushrooms and just talking shit out, because it seems like he's he's like way
Sounds
into
like it.
thought for some of the episodes.
Have you like read any Duncan Trussell stuff?
Not really. I haven't read any. No.
That's basically his vibe. I would recommend it. He's like a solid writer and stuff. Like not writer, but like, what's the word I'm looking for? He's very good at talking about like existence and what is reality, that kind of shit.
The philosopher.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it then, because some of the episodes I think he just like transcribed from the podcast and was just like, hey, I'm just going to create a story around this and then we're just going to animate it.
That's what I think it
Oh.
is, and then they have like little inserts of plot
Yeah.
stuff. Like, hey, help me kill this guy real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, dreams are I don't know. I
Yeah,
can't pretend to
when
be
I
dangerous.
when I was watching the first episode, I was wondering how it's put together. I want to see all the pieces and how they all lay on top of each other, because it seems like a podcast, and then they go back and like they put like a little bit of dialogue in to fit what's happening in the like the zombie stuff.
Yeah, my guess is like some of it I think is just like him recording new stuff and being like, hey, we're going to throw some dumb plot shit around it.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it is just like, hey, here's what I liked. Let's just bookend it with some shit. Maybe get the other people in, but if we don't need them, we don't need them, kind of shit. But I really liked it. I hope they do more.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really heavy in like a good way.
Yeah, exactly. It's not overwhelming. Like, hey, we're all mortal. It's like, hey, we're all mortal, so life is beautiful.
Yeah,
And that's more shit that I want, as opposed to like, hey, we're all mortal and no one's gonna remember you. Feel overwhelmed by that. You know?
See, that's a lot, but I can watch a movie where it's like, hey, we're all mortal, but if this apartment building were full of very fast and vicious zombies, then we would all die, because I know that's never going to happen to me.
But we also thought we wouldn't live through a global pandemic, and
That's
here we
true.
are.
Well, okay, no more horror movies.
Yep.
yeah. We're in. Geoff coming here is our phase 1 of opening. we got a Geoff.
I was here right as we went into lockdown. too.
We asked Kate Brown if it was okay if Geoff came.
Yeah, we made sure he knocked on the door and made an appointment first.
Honestly, dude,
They covered me in some sort of chemical, and
we doused him.
okay, I don't know if we have a fan base or anything, but I need
Me,
everyone
yeah.
who listens to the show to message Kate Brown and let me stay at the governor's mansion, because it's a really nice place and it's within walking distance of my apartment right now. And
Townhouse.
you just are trying to get
townhouse right
Kate
now,
Brown's
yeah. Our
digits, aren't
townhouse.
you?
no, dude, she's lesbian as fuck, dude. I would like her as a
She's
friend.
bisexual.
That's not a.
Oh, go on, Zach.
It's always a
I
mistake.
guess
to
it's a
let-
thing. I guess it's a thing.
What do you think, Jamie? Is it a thing?
I didn't love the tone.
So sorry. I did not invite you onto this podcast for that.
Oh,
Anytime-
Jamie, my trademark is that I always say things that get me in trouble. That's just a
Oh, I-
classic Zach thing.
I kind of put that together on my own, but thank you for saying it out
Awesome,
loud.
awesome. I just wanted to make sure yeah.
It's always a mistake to let Zach talk past 2 sentences.
Yeah, so anyways, message Kate Brown, tell her that Zach
I'm gonna text
Chappell
her right
and
now.
Chad Johnson, both, all of us.
I'm fine. I'm
Okay,
fine.
fine. Zach Chappell and Mango Chappell need to both move into the mansion.
Your cat.
Wait, Mango's last name is now Chappell?
It always has been.
Did you guys get married?
No, no. Actually, when I went and took her to get fixed at the Humane Society, I told them her name was Mango, and when they brought her out, it said Mango Chappell on the little sticker, like on the piece of tape that they like wrote what the pet's names
I'm
were.
surprised you didn't just like look at that and then just start trashing the entire office.
No, what?
Mango's last name.
Yeah. Did you not give them her full name? Her full name?
No, it wasn't. I had a girlfriend at the time. I was looking to get laid that night, so I was not trying to make a scene.
Do you have any?
Okay, I checked. I get that.
Right? I've had a complicated and weird life. Well, I make a complicated and weird life for myself.
What?
Jamie, do you have any pets?
I have 2 cats.
What are their
Nice.
names?
There's River and Simon.
Oh,
and they are. I used to have we used to have 3 total, and then 2 of them died. But they're all of the cats me and my wife have owned together as a couple have been named after Firefly characters.
That's
Nice.
charming.
That's what I was thinking with River. That for some reason I had that.
Your face got cut off right as you said your cats died, so that's not why I was chuckling. It was
Sure,
It was,
I would hope.
it
Wait,
cut off
we have
just
two
a little
cats.
I'll be honest, it would be powerful, like a powerful fucking vibe check if you were like, yeah, fuck this guy's cat.
bit. Do you talk about your cats in your stand-up?
Not much. I have a little bit, but
Okay.
it's always been shit that's never really worked, so I always kind of cut it.
Okay.
Hey Zach, did you ever use your cat in your material?
Nah, it was a made-up cat.
Have you been doing any Zoom shows or anything? Twitch streaming?
I like a little bit, but I hate it. You know,
It's really weird, isn't it?
it's weird, and then there's like one of the times I did it, they didn't mute the audience, so somebody just started asking me a question about one of my jokes.
Oh my god. Oh no.
So I just like stopped, and I was just like, "Do you really want me to go into the history of my depression, lady? Because I will. It'll derail the entire show."
Excuse me.
But I will talk about how I tried to kill myself, and as I was calling the suicide hotline, as I was explaining my situation, it was so ridiculous. I started to laugh on the suicide hotline. Is that fun? And then the host came on and was like, "Let's keep it up for Jamie."
Oh, you got the
Wow.
little
The shepherd's crook.
yeah, the crook got the.
Well, I was also at time, so it like worked out.
Oh,
But,
perfect. What a closer.
right? Well, it was my closer, and then that woman derailed it. So.
Oh man, that's fucked. Well,
Yeah.
you know, it's good to know the hecklers will be back when the comics are back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly, that's where I'm really excited about it.
Well, that's one thing that holds strong through this whole thing is
Zoom-
a
there's
heckler
Zoom
will be a
heckling.
heckler. That's great.
Do
They are
you,
eternal.
when you do shows on the computer, do you stand up or sit down?
I sit down.
I'm just curious because I've seen a few
I
different
heard
ones.
judgment.
Yeah, I did.
I
Wait,
just had-
There
let me
was no
replicate that.
judgment.
Like if I'm gonna, because right now I'm on my computer, but 9 times out of 10 when I do them, I'm on my phone.
Okay.
Because that lets me control the angle a little better.
Uh-huh.
Like I've been like looking at all of the chins I have during this whole thing.
Oh, what you got to
They
do?
look great.
Thanks, and I love the sincerity in your tone. Anyway, so I've been doing them on my phone, but I've always just like kept it like, what is it, like the high, and then like you just stare directly into it kind of angle. And then I immediately, once I'm done, I will mute myself, and then I will turn off my camera, and I will stay until somebody says something stupid and I feel like I need to leave. But
That's nice.
but
of
I
you.
won't. But I will not let other people hear my laughs, and I will not be supportive. Just
You're
like
just-
a regular comedy.
It's like
show.
Suki's all over again.
Yeah. Feels like you're right at home.
Jeff, you were just talking about Suki's earlier with
More like suckies.
How are we going to
What's-
bring that up?
sure it's a big deal to a lot of people that
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
Richard,
Richard Bain.
Richard Bain.
Oh yeah.
I never met him. I started comedy right after he left the area.
Yeah, he was very he was very nice to me at a point when I needed someone to be nice to me as a comic, and so I'm really kind of sad that he's gone. He was really funny.
Yeah, I watched his video.
Yeah, a lot of people. I've only heard the name. I never met him. I was never lucky enough. But a lot of people have talked very fondly of him. And one guy, one friend of his, ended it by calling him like, "How dare you do this to me, you asshole?" And I was like, that I think is maybe the right energy that we need to channel more when these things happen.
Yeah.
Because like, don't get me wrong, I want my friends to miss me, but I also, if I die young under like dumb circumstances, I want them to be mad at me, you know?
Yeah.
Like I want them to be angry at me for fucking up, because that is the standard I'm going to hold them to.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to bury any friends while they're still young, you know? And if they make me go to their fucking funeral, like I had a buddy in Chicago who like apparently he had this terrible heart defect and told nobody for years, and ate like shit, drank all the time. Like, he was living on borrowed time. He wasn't supposed to live past childhood, and he made it to his like mid-20s until he died. And he died out of nowhere too. Like, he had been going to the hospital, but he said it was like for routine shit. And then he was just gone. And I just remember being like, why would you fucking do this to yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but who are we to judge? Like, it's not our brain, it's not our lives. It's hard.
But at the same time, we have, on a very basic level, a responsibility to other people. Like, we're social creatures, and I don't know, like, you can make that choice for yourself, but...
Well, and that's why there's the phrase, I'm sorry for your loss. It's like the person who died doesn't really get affected, but like people lost something. It sucks for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good way of looking at it. I just, like, I've wrestled with, like, you know, depression and suicide a lot. Actually, Friday will be my third year anniversary from the last time I attempted, and every time I think about it, like part of me, it's still an option on the table. That's the most fucked up thing.
Yeah.
Years of therapy and years of like getting away from those thoughts. It has never like left the table as a possibility, but it is still like, now that I know just how angry everyone would be with me, just from like my wife to my family to my friends, like, I don't want to consider it, but for whatever reason, I just can't take it off of there.
Right.
Yeah, and it's nice to have something there that's kind of just like it feels like you're winning because you know it's always an option.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like you flipping the table at risk. You're about to lose.
Yeah.
It's just like, you can't defeat me. I quit.
Yeah, there's a big romantic...
Yeah, everybody fucking just hates you.
There's a big romantic aspect to it where you're like, oh, and then like all of the reactions, you like imagine what they would be from the people like that you want a reaction.
Yeah, like
from.
people are gonna cry blood for you or something like that.
Well,
it's never like,
not just that, but like people you don't like, they're gonna be like have to turn around their attitude about you, or you know, there's like these weird like psychological romanticizations that you do. And that's not the right word, probably.
But you're not going to be there to enjoy those things.
yeah, that's what sucks about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that bothers me the most. Yeah, about how like
I never would.
I know I never say never, and I like believe in euthanasia too. Like, if you're, you know, Alzheimer's is going and you're losing who you are,
Totally.
or like
That makes sense.
or like for Paddleton, like that's a big part of the plot.
Yeah.
Is
That's
whole
what the whole
thing.
thing's about. Like,
Yeah.
your responsibility to other people. Like, there's
Yeah.
that's exactly what it's about. Oh, the scene where they're in the hotel lobby and Ray Romano's got the box with the medication in it. And Mark Duplass is screaming, "I'm the dying guy." Ray Romano's like, "Well, I'm the other guy. You know, I'm the other part of this equation.
Yeah.
Your death also affects my life." It's just really touching.
It's wild that Ray Romano in like post Welcome to Mooseport has become a really good actor.
He's so great. I love him.
Yeah.
I think he had to go serious because what he did to Gene Hackman.
He ended his career with that movie.
Yeah.
That's Gene Hackman's last movie.
Yeah.
Damn.
Welcome to fucking Mooseport.
Yeah. Way to go, Ray Romano. I put all the responsibility on him for some reason, not even though he's just an actor.
At
No,
least,
you-
well, he was like, you know what? I declined Superman 4, so I might as well do something.
Ray Romano?
No. Gene Hackman. Never mind.
Oh, but Ray Romano still does all the voices for Manny in Ice Age.
Good for him.
Yeah, because he likes
All the
money.
voices.
Manny.
The dude's got money.
That's
Are you
stupid.
gonna turn down a paycheck for spending 6 hours in an audio booth?
I
Who
love it.
would? Who wouldn't?
You wouldn't
Like,
even have to wear pants.
That's
I feel
true.
Like, I feel like you definitely have to wear pants if you're recording for a major film.
They could
That's
be
just-
sweats, though.
That's just made me think of like
I'll put in my
everybody
contract. I'll
just
put in my
started to
writer.
hate Hank Azaria because he just never wore pants when he was recording.
Well,
The
and because
Simpsons
of
or
his
something.
six-pack, and he's like almost 60.
Who?
Hank Azaria.
Hank Azaria's in crazy good shape.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry I chose that one.
No, that's just another thing about him. It's
But honestly, like
this
if your job,
motherfucker.
if your job's to walk into a sound booth and do a bunch of voices for a while, like he could work out for the rest of this time. Okay, let me look up Hank Azaria shirt.
Hank Azaria shirtless. Yeah, there you go. This is just his face.
Is
That's
it
the
like
natural
Fuck
progression.
about his
Kumail
Yeah.
Nanjiani?
I
Like,
know if you trace the dots back to what we've been done.
Oh yeah.
That's the last time I saw him with
See,
his shirt
this is
off.
this is why you can't kill yourself, because then you don't get to look up Hank Azaria shirtless every
Yeah.
year and see how he's doing.
is this
You know
Charlie
what?
Sheen from Hot
Great
Shot
point.
Days also buff.
It's off the table. It's finally
Totally
gone.
smash it on the ground.
is this like Kumail Nanjiani? Like, is he that buff?
Ugh.
No,
No,
he's just in
Kumail
really good shape.
Okay.
Kumail's in like it's like someone paid a lot of money to put him in that good of shape. He's like, it's so nice because I feel like I'm doing a lot, and it is great that he's like an Indian or a Pakistani person that's being put in a position that's not just like a nerd or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's fucking awesome.
He's a Pakistani superhero right now.
There is just part of it though of like a company saying, okay, we're gonna make you into something else because it's still just like making a person into a thing. But
Yeah,
he
what a
still gets
wild
the
career
fucking
turn. I mean, Chris Pratt did it.
yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
not a bad thing.
'Cause
but
honestly,
there
I-
still is
well-
like if you look hard enough, there still is a company changing a person into a thing for their product. And like, of
Well, think
course,
about
that's
think
always.
about
agreed to
Rob McElhenry or whatever his name is.
What is his
It's
name?
always
McElhenney.
What's his name?
McElhenry.
Oh, Mac from fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
That's
Like he
a very
runs the
different
spectrum.
story.
He goes fat to like
Yeah.
super fit to regular within
Well-
3 seasons, and
Because he thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
That's-
it was
that's
hilarious.
great.
Dude, I cried watching the season finale of I think the last season of It's Always Sunny where he does the big musical for his dad where he comes out to his dad that he's gay and it's like this big like oh my god.
Spoilers.
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
sorry. I should have said spoiler alert before, but geez Louise.
Like when it zooms in on Danny DeVito's face after he watches it and he goes, "I get it now."
Yeah,
like,
totally.
fucking, that was good shit.
I was like, me too.
Yeah.
I just rewatched Lost, and Rob McElhenney is in it. It's
Really?
really weird.
Is he
to
the
see.
pilot?
What?
Is he the pilot?
No, he plays like a lackey basically, and he gets killed. But it's
Oh, cool.
it's just weird to like. Oh, that's that guy. It's same
funny.
thing with in Battlestar Galactica.
Jesus, with the Battlestar Galactica all night, Jeff.
Jeff, we're on
What's
the
his
same
name?
page. I watched it all.
The Apple guy.
What?
He's like a
John
nerd.
Hodgman?
Johnny
Oh,
Appleseed.
John Hodgman. He
Wait,
shows
he's the
up in
PC
one of
guy.
the episodes in the last season for like literally he's just a doctor for one episode, and it's so weird because he doesn't fit in with anything around him. Anyway,
Yeah,
it's
he's
just
got
strange.
a very particular vibe.
Yeah.
Have you learned anything about hanging out at home and that you like weren't doing before, and you're like, oh fuck, I can just do this from home? Hell yeah.
No.
Oh, did that get picked up? I'm sorry.
I heard it in my ear.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought
you're
it was
you're right
far
next to me though.
enough
I mean, I don't know. My job I have to go in for, so that sucks.
What kind of job is it?
I proctor tests.
Proctor. Is that a butt
Yeah,
doctor?
Yeah, it's a butt doctor. I butt doctor test.
Nice.
I just shove 2 fingers up there, make sure everything's good, and then send them home.
And
No,
then,
I
and
make
the,
sure
the
that they're
thumbs
not
up on the
cheating.
way out
You can get paid for that?
if it's good.
Yeah.
Thumb kiss.
Have you been doing it for free, Emma? Is that what you're saying?
I've been paying to do it.
No,
Spent
I just make
thousands.
sure people aren't cheating for their like grad school tests and shit like that.
Oh, so do you like walk around the class and you're like, you have a
Basically.
ruler behind you?
No, we're not allowed to hit them yet. But
Get
If
Jesus
Kate Brown
involved,
had
and
it.
you can hit
because
as
of-
much as you want.
Because of social distancing?
yeah, it used to be now I just have a paintball gun. I shoot them twice in the back of the head if I think they're cheating.
Good.
So that's been cathartic during all this.
That should be a fun. That would be a fun TV show, like Cheaters, but the other one, like just people who
Yeah.
cheat on tests. I say fun,
Some
but
dude
a lot
gets
of people probably wouldn't like it.
Stabbed. Some guy got stabbed while hosting Cheaters.
Yeah, wasn't it like
Oh, yeah.
a host, the host, some guy?
I mean,
Yeah, it was like the host for sure.
if you're going to host that show, you got to admit that there's a large risk of being stabbed or otherwise injured.
I think there's a little bit more information to that, like
It was like staged, wasn't it? Like a little.
something like that. I think Zach's typing
A
fast over here.
staged stabbing.
What are you doing, Zach?
trying to figure out.
Joey
Trying to figure
Greco,
out.
I think was his name.
Yeah,
Joey
that was
Greco.
his name for sure.
There you
Uh,
go.
Greek
Can't
Italian.
trust those people.
I know. Oh, speaking of Italian, your last name, it's Carbone, not Carboni. Why?
Yeah, it's
come on.
Carbone. Yeah.
Carbone.
Do you kind of?
Yeah, if you pronounce it with an accent, you can say Carbone. But
Okay,
if you
cool.
say
It's
just
fun.
Carbone. Like I'm 50% Italian. Both of my parents are 50% Italian, and my mom's last name is Italian as fuck, because it's Capellani,
Oh, that's good.
Oh wow.
right?
And what was the
That's
street
like-
you grew up on?
Little
What?
Noodle.
And what was the street you grew up on?
I grew up in West Virginia, so it was named after a mountain.
Okay.
I'm not telling you that. Shit.
So no, it'd be Capellani, Rushmore, because that's where that is, right?
And then
What?
do you want to know my grade school too? Because I can do that.
Langley.
First
He lived on
Pet.
Langley Street.
Sure. Right outside of the CIA.
Yep. Langley, is that the right one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're good. No, I'm my grandfather had the most Italian fucking name in the world. This dude's name was Augustus Caesar Capellani.
That's so good.
That's
Right?
right. Wow, powerful
Holy
name.
Fuck.
Does
And then he was,
Capellini is like the thin spaghetti.
Capellani.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
okay.
is Capellani like similar? I don't know how Italian.
I don't know.
works.
I don't know if it means anything. I know Carbone means coal in Italian.
Oh, that makes sense. Carbon.
Yeah. Yeah, which is funny because we ended up in West Virginia with all the other fucking coal miners. But I don't know. I've actually never looked if Capellani means anything. It fucking might, but I don't care enough, I guess.
Zach,
What?
was he busy?
What are you doing, Zach?
Oh, I was looking up.
Expect-
Apparently, the Joey Greco thing might have been staged.
Someone said, "Okay, Google." My phone started freaking
Oh
out.
wow.
Stop saying "Okay, Google," everybody. Oh
Okay.
shit! Happened again.
Google
What am I
that?
not supposed to
Nope,
say?
stop.
Okay, Google.
Stop.
Oh.
Okay.
Here's a delicious recipe for capellini with tomatoes and basil. Takes half a cup of good
Make a
olive
nice
oil, 6
carbonara.
tablespoons garlic, 6 pints of cherry tomatoes,
What
basil leaves.
What are you most excited for? What's the first thing that you're gonna like once everything's fine and you don't have to worry about anything? What are you most excited for in your life and with comedy? Those two things. I want to know that.
Well, with life, I'm excited to just go to the mall.
The mall?
Oh, you
Yeah.
big mall guy.
You're a mall
Like
guy?
Lloyd Center.
Well, here's the thing. I used to do a lot of road comedy, and road comedy by yourself
Okay.
is very lonely.
Yeah, mall.
Except I learned that all malls are the same
Yeah.
everywhere.
Fun.
So whenever I would go to a mall, I wouldn't feel like I was, like 400 miles away from home. I felt like, oh, I'm in a mall. That's anywhere, you
Yeah.
know? Oh, cool. There's fucking PacSun. Sweet. That feels kind of like home.
You go get a Wetzel.
Yeah, I could. Oh, I'm more of an Auntie Anne's guy. How dare you bring up that Wetzel shit with me?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Fight,
I just
fight,
love that-
Fight.
I just
But,
love that malls all have like every mall has the stores that you forget exist until you're in a mall.
Yeah,
Zoomies.
that's part of the charm.
Yeah.
Like
Hot
fucking-
Topic.
All the different like lids. I've never seen a lids
yeah.
outside of a mall.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Foot Locker.
That's true.
Sunglass Hut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's so many.
Charlie's.
Oh, yeah, Spencer.
Charlie's. Like, whoa, the sandwich place. That's crazy. Never seen a Charlie's outside of a mall.
But like
Is that a
I'm
thing?
I'm
I don't know what
excited
that
to
is.
just go to a mall food court and just like eat something there and then just not make eye contact with anybody and just pretend everything's fine.
Do you like a Sbarro?
Mask. I hate.
Ugh.
Are you calling back to my weird Sbarro bit? Is that what's happening right now?
No, I don't know if I remember that one.
I might not. I haven't done it in a while, but for like 3 or 4 years ago, I started doing a joke online because I do a lot of jokes. I will only do online. I never do them in my act, like on stage. Like I used to have jokes about how my dad got murdered under mysterious circumstances, which he fucking hates. But my big one was that I was banned from the good Sbarro by the mall. And it got to the point where actually when I was gonna move from Chicago, I was gonna do like a goodbye show that was going to be me trying to get my Sbarro rights back, and then I wasn't sure when the time frame was gonna move, so we didn't end up doing it. But like whenever people to this day, whenever I post some innocuous joke, people who I've been Facebook friends with for years that are not comedians will be like, but what about Sbarro and shit like that? And every time I gotta be like, this motherfucker.
Oh god.
God damn it.
Sbarro
Anyway,
is the worst pizza I've ever had.
Whoa.
Absolutely.
It's Michael Scott's favorite piece of clothes.
I believe it.
Real New York. It's a real New York
Yeah.
slice.
I don't mind it. I like it.
I like what are they called? I like Sarku, Japan, the teriyaki chicken.
I mess with that.
That's my
I
favorite.
like Japan.
Of mall.
I like Japan.
Japan's cool. They
Yeah.
got sweets, and
Nippon
they got a
boys.
whole anime's dope, and they got vending machines with underwear in them. That's fucked up.
I got a
That's all you
dirty
need.
laundry basket with my own underwear in it. I don't know why I need to go to a vending machine for them.
You should send that to Japan. You can make good money.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Dude,
I like
honestly, they would
soba
trust.
noodles.
They would trust the honor system. Like, just drop $1 in this bucket. Take one for $1.
I have to say, as far as entertainment goes, I sometimes will just go look at what you've been writing on Facebook, which is like, I don't like Facebook. That's not really a good place. And then like everything that you put on Facebook is so fucking funny. And
That's
like,
very kind.
True.
Thank you.
it seems like you're not trying that hard to be creative, but it's so fucking funny. And
That's a
does that not sound nice? I don't mean it.
I
Okay.
don't think that came out. how
What
you
if
think it
Jerry
came out.
Seinfeld
That's
had
the
to choose
weirdest
between
way
the
to
red pill
say
and the
you
blue
make
pill?
it look effortless,
There
but I
we
do
go.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no, I don't mean that any sort of negative way at all. But like, yeah, I don't know. It seems like it comes really natural to you with just like you put out a lot of them, that like the Office ones and the Seinfeld ones. Every single one of them is hilarious. And
Well, I love writing those, so I'm glad you appreciate them. I'm actually writing. One of the things I'm working on right now is I'm writing a fake episode of The Office.
Oh, great.
Oh, awesome.
that's fun.
Like
Of
a
them
spec
just,
script or
like,
like a.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not for spec script. For spec
Not
script,
like
I'm
that.
actually working on something else. But
Isn't that what they call it? Like when you like make a fake episode for a
yes,
TV
yeah,
show?
that
in
is
general?
exactly what it is.
Okay.
a spec
Okay.
What are you gonna do with
That
it?
wasn't for like the pod. Because for them, I'm writing an episode of Prison Break, which I've never seen.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah!
Jeff
I
and
haven't
are
either.
writing too.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: the point of the show is in the name.
Oh.
Yeah, just in case you
Yeah,
have
they have to
question.
Wait.
destroy the prison.
They're trying to give every employee at the prison a break.
No. They're all on break, but they're all
all just eating
work
Kit
at a
Kats.
prison.
They're
I would
on
actually
furlough.
love that
From...
if there was a prison sitcom called Prison Break.
You should write that.
That's a good question though. What are you going to do with the Office episode you're writing?
I might actually have people like read it, but I want to like it first. Because right now it's just like basically just dialogue that I'm kind of meshing together and hoping that it makes any kind of sense. I don't have like an overarching plot or anything. So basically I'm just writing like, it would be funny if these characters said this. Because that's the nice thing about The Office, and that's the nice thing about Seinfeld, is that these shows were on the air for so long that the writers, for better or for worse, because sometimes it's especially with The Office, it's definitely too much. They give you a very distinctive voice for a lot of these characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And those voices are so universal that, like, what I'm doing is not hard. And, well, I mean, not necessarily anybody can do it, but, like, though you can just take an idea and then, like, well, what would this person say to it? And because, like, you have the Seinfeld guys, like George is, and, like, Larry David on Curb is basically just George times 100.
Yep.
So it's not hard to do, but it is, excuse me, it is fun because it's nice to being like, what would these people do? What would they be saying? I actually wrote one that I didn't put out. That was because I wrote a Golden Girls one that did pretty well too. Because I fucking love that show. And then, but I wrote a Scrubs one of them dealing with COVID-19, and then I didn't put that out because it wasn't funny. They're fucking doctors.
Also,
It was
they had
just a big speech about like, hey, we'll never be able to hug again, basically. And I was like, oh, I can't publish
It's
this.
so upsetting. Save it and next year.
Scrubs had a really good episode about diseases spreading, where like one person came in that was infected with
Oh
something.
yeah, and it showed it like
It showed
light
it,
up
like-
in a color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh,
they
man.
killed the recurring lady with that one, the one
Yeah.
that they'd all loved. I remember that. I
Oh,
watched
shit,
a lot
yeah.
of Scrubs.
Did you do anything with like journalism school? I saw that was on your thing. Like, so does that help anything with what you do nowadays?
Maybe it makes me more quick to ask questions when I talk to people.
Cool.
Because I definitely am a believer in that I am not interesting, but other people are interesting.
I disagree.
She
Well, that's very
disagrees.
kind of you to say.
Other
to say.
People are not interesting.
I agree. Just kidding.
I think. Well, that's the thing is, I think everybody's fascinating, and I'm not interested in my story because I know my story.
Yeah, you're there.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about it. I was there. It wasn't great. So I want to talk to other people about how they ended up here. Like me and you guys know Tiffany McGuire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Me and her were getting ready. We were getting ready during all of this. Before this happened. We were working on starting a Disney podcast,
Oh, cool.
and now we're gonna just like refocus it and see if we can get it off the ground again. And I'm optimistic we will. But my favorite part of it is not talking about the movie or talking about like little fun facts about the movie, although I do like it. My favorite part is talking to people about how they found Disney, like what Disney means to them. Because some people are like, Disney was there basically as my babysitter. Other people were like, Disney was a special treat that we got on certain occasions when a new movie would come out.
Yeah.
That's how like my parents would spoil us. So whenever like learning like, oh, that's one of the many, many things that make you tick, those are the conversations I love having with people.
Yeah, for sure. And like you can branch off into a lot of different like subjects with what they're talking about.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what was like your living situation with your parents and stuff like that? Yeah.
Exactly. You can find out like, oh, just through talking about like, I love the movie Mulan, we found out, oh, you came from a broken home. That's interesting. Or, that sounded so dismissive of children of divorce.
My daughter loves the movie Mulan. It totally makes sense.
I hope the live action one is good. But I'm saying like, you can learn like, people will reveal like trauma and shit just talking about like this innocuous thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I love, is just being like, how do you relate to this one little thing? Basically, I guess what I'm saying, I'm a sociopath.
Well, it is fun to like couch that stuff in something like that, like something that's such a happy place.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Disney's an especially interesting like subject for that too, because like I worked at a call center where we took calls for Disney online games, and
Wasn't it like a Disney online massively?
yeah, there's an MMO.
Yeah.
Was it
There-
Toontown?
Yes, Toontown.
Oh,
Yeah.
Toontown.
The
I totally
Toontown
played
itself is just a psychological experiment gone absolutely fucking crazy. There were people that called me and told me that we were trying to indoctrinate kids into communism because I mean, there is strangely weird Marxist themes to that game. The motto is "Toons of the World Unite." First of all of the bad guys are law bots and lawyer bots and all these things. They build skyscrapers in the place of these ugly toon houses, and you have to go into the skyscrapers and basically destroy them. And this is a game created after 2001,
That's
like after 9/11.
Oh my God.
It's so weird. But
See, I
don't
never
remember any
played
of
it,
that.
but this
And-
sounds amazing.
and people would cheat on their spouses by going into Toontown and having toon sex like through chat, and we would have to block their accounts.
Dude, I was on the Beanie Baby chat rooms. I had a girlfriend.
They had
Nice.
Beanie Baby chat.
Yeah.
I mean, like, are you talking about like the old AOL ones? Because I used to like, before it was called catfishing,
Yeah.
they would like catfish people in those. By like I'd be like 13 or 14, and I'd be like, I'm this 18-year-old bad boy drifter who lives with a traveling circus.
Oh, that's awesome. That's such a better story.
Yeah,
I was always like, hey, I'm a 10-year-old boy, and this is my dad's computer. I don't know what I'm doing.
Wait, were you a 10-year-old boy and you were using your dad's computer?
Is this
Yeah,
how
That's
you
not
have the
catfishing.
sex?
Yeah,
Your
no, I,
character
That's
was-
not catfishing.
that's
at
how
all.
bad I am at it.
Your character was just very close
You're
to
just
you.
fishing. I think that's just fishing.
Yeah, no, I was fishing. I was trolling. That's what it's called, right?
Trolling.
Trawling? Oh, yeah.
Trawling.
Words
No, it's
that
a
sound the
soft
word.
same are your
TRA?
kryptonite.
Is it? Yeah. No, is it TRAWLING?
W.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I like 2 A's. I'm going to spell it with 2 A's.
Tra-la-la-la.
Trawling.
Trowling.
It's a
Sounded
Nordic
solid.
word. Yeah. It's Jeff's family came up with it.
I played a lot of Neopets.
Oh,
yeah.
I was on those forums.
Up
Yeah,
on
me
them.
too.
I didn't have money for Neopets.
Neopets
didn't
didn't
spend
cost
money
any
on it.
money. What?
Well, okay.
He's
then
thinking
my parents just told
Tamagotchis.
me they couldn't afford it.
I think. Are you thinking the Tamagotchis?
Jeff.
Maybe.
The
Jeff,
keychain
Gigapets?
toys lied
Maybe
to
I'm
you.
thinking of something different.
Gigapets.
Gigapets. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember those.
Words
I
that
was
sound
a
like.
Digimon guy.
Digimon.
Digimon guy.
Uh,
You
Digimon
know,
was
it's weird.
awesome.
Pokemon and Digimon and all of those things were probably at the perfect, like maybe just like a month after my generation or something. I never got into Pokemon or any of those.
Wait, Geoff, tell the
How
listeners
old
how
are
old
you?
you are. Yeah.
I'm 30. I'm 36, almost 37.
Okay, so I'm 32, and I was like right smack dab in the middle of that shit.
And a lot of my friends are the same way, like with Pokemon. But for me, it was always like, the 80s stuff, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and
Transformers.
yeah, and just the X-Men cartoon. X-Men were the only Marvel thing I really knew about because of that cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that cartoon was fucking great.
That was a good
Yeah.
cartoon.
Well, and Batman the Animated Series to this day is my
what
favorite
show?
television show.
What show?
That's the best Batman.
Batman the Animated Series. Why? What
I
did
like the way
say?
you said it the first time. Go back 10 seconds in the podcast and listen
It's
to Jeff
Batman
say
the
Batman.
Animated
No,
Series.
you said Batman. I liked it. You said it like
Oh,
Michael
yeah,
Moore says
Bruce
my dad.
Batman.
From here on out, I'm saying Batman.
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 Batman. I didn't get into Pokemon. I didn't get into Digimon, but I did like Cool Runnings.
Cool
you have
Runnings
a-
is fucking great though.
Yep.
And also a Disney movie to go full circle.
There you
Huh,
go.
wow.
Uh,
We did it.
Mom.
I feel like my roommate has a kid, and her kid is super into Pokemon. Did you have to deal with that with Avon at all?
When she was less than 1, she was reading Pokemon cards, so
Okay.
kinda.
Just like I'm just curious, like
That's
if
my little
being
humble
a parent
brag.
kind of gets you
Reading.
into things like that.
Huh?
Oh, I was just saying, being a parent, does that like get you into things like that?
It got me into watching the show because she likes the show a little bit, and I'll watch the show with her and I'll cry for an episode or two because there's a couple hard hitting episodes with like Brock and his family and his like dad
Oh yeah,
situation.
his dad like abandoned
Whoa.
them to chase after a woman.
Yeah, not
Wow.
like, and then the whole like I don't accept you coming back. It's
I don't
gnarly.
remember any of that.
Or wait, no, was it that he doesn't accept his dad coming back, or he's like has to become the
Well, that's why he became the gym leader. I only watched like the first couple of seasons of Pokemon.
yeah.
I
Those are the
remember
good
him
ones.
like he was the gym leader because his dad left to try and get a woman or their mom back, one of the two. So he took over as the gym leader.
And he has
and
to raise
then-
all his like siblings, right?
Yeah, because he has like 10 younger siblings or some shit.
Yeah.
And then his dad came back and he like basically rejected him to his face about being like, "Hey, you bailed on us."
Yeah.
But then by the end of the episode, he was like, "I'll be a better dad now," kind of shit. So
And they're all like, okay,
yeah, because it's got to be wrapped up in 22 minutes.
gotta make it happy.
But like there were like some hard like there were episodes of where like Pokemon were like sick and dying, or there was one about a ghost woman. Like the early seasons of that shit were good, and then I think it just kind of got more like
Let's sell more
kid
cards.
friendly. Yeah, basically.
What'd you think of the movie?
Which one?
The new one.
Detective,
Detective
Pikachu?
Pikachu?
There was a tone about it. Which one?
There's been like 14 animated ones.
No, okay. So the movie that there's as far as ones that come out in the theaters, there was like Pokemon the movie. It was a big deal in like 2001
Yeah.
or something.
That fucking album slaps.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That CD is
I liked it.
and then they just remade it for CGI for Netflix.
Oh, cool.
They like had like all the new voice cast because they got rid of the old ones for some reason. And I watched it to see like how different it was, and it was like kind of soulless, you know?
Oh,
like all the detail was gone.
like new Scooby Doo and new
Yeah.
Batman? I mean,
Batman.
Lion King?
You mean Batman?
I meant Lion King.
Oh, yeah,
I
no.
said Batman.
For sure.
I didn't like the new Lion King and I didn't see the new Aladdin, but the new Lion King just it's the same lines even.
Yeah, I don't need
Weirded me
like
out.
I saw the new Aladdin and they changed some shit up. And like Will Smith wasn't bad, I'll say that, but also it's just like I've seen this plot. And you know what? The guy who played Jafar kind of sucked.
No, Jafar was the worst part about that movie.
Yeah,
Easily.
he was kind of boring. Like
Super boring.
I want a Jafar that's in your face, like throwing magic around and being like a catty bitch. And this dude wasn't that at all.
I wanted more like
Yeah.
sinister, but he was more just kind
Yeah.
of like this weird, like almost like, you're already like a Lord of the Rings person at all.
The Grima Wormtongue.
Yeah,
shit.
that's what
Yeah,
he
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
ended up being. It's like
I saw that fucking look, motherfucker.
I have no idea what that means. That's great.
dude, I've been deep
Oh.
diving some Lord of the Rings
Well, the only
backstory
reason I know
lately.
that is because the guy who played him, oh fuck, I can't remember his name, but he was,
I'm trying to remember too.
God, he
What,
was,
who,
he was
Grima
he's the voice
or-
of Chucky,
Kramer. Well,
and
he was
on
all
Kramer.
Deadwood.
Oh yeah, that guy. What's his name?
Brad Dourif.
Yes, that's exactly who it is.
Yeah,
from
he's
West
in a bunch
Virginia.
of great shows and movies.
So whenever there's somebody who's also from West Virginia, I pay attention to them because I'm like, hey, hell yeah, brother, you escaped too, right on.
That's beautiful.
That's why me and Kyle Adams get along so well.
Oh
Where's
yeah.
Kyle from?
Florida.
Where are you guys from? Are you both from Florida?
Yeah.
I'm from
How
Florida.
do so many fucking people from Florida end up in Oregon?
Because Florida's a terrible place, so they
No.
all end up moving to
But
Oregon.
no, we all have the mindset of we're going back someday.
Yeah, totally. It's a retirement. It's a retirement state for sure.
Whereas I've lived here my whole life, basically.
Yeah, it shows.
Fucking
What?
Yeah, I've lived here my whole life.
God, how did Kyle move up here with his family? Because his dad's here too, isn't he?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think
yeah,
so.
this is like, I should ask Kyle about this. I
I
was
don't-
literally talking to him earlier today.
I don't know much about his parental situation. Or...
It would be weird if you did.
Kyle, please
If
call
you were
in.
just like, here's all the fun facts about Kyle Adams.
Yeah. I just know about his
I
mom.
just
I was
said,
kidding about
Kyle,
that.
please call in or email.
Yeah, if you're listening.
Yep. What? Cool. Oh, do we have some emails? We're gonna get to some emails and then wrap it up.
Cool.
Okay, there you
I think he's playing Counter Strike.
go. No, it's playing
Regular Counter Strike or Counter Strike Go?
Overwatch.
Both. I mean,
Man, I quit Overwatch. I used to be really into Overwatch. I was thinking like at least 5, 10, 15 hours a week into that shit. And then China, like they had the whole falling out with Blizzard, those
Yeah.
two guys where they made the protest thing.
Oh yeah.
I was just like, I can quit. I can use it as a moral thing and I can just walk away.
yeah.
I got so close. I got so close when that happened, but I still held out for like another 3 months, and then I had a personal problem with the game, and I uninstalled it for like 2 weeks, and then I just reinstalled it, and then I got my new laptop, and then I bought it and installed it on my laptop so I could play it. Mouse
He had
and keyboard.
a major falling out with all of the 15-year-olds he's screen friends with.
Okay, they're like 16 and 17. Okay, they've gotten older since I first started playing with them.
You were betrayed.
Actually, one of them, I remember it was so funny. Like, he got a job at, it was like a Chick-fil-A or something down in Texas, and all of a sudden he wasn't playing so much anymore, and he got on, and I was like, yo, dude, what's up with you? He was like, yeah, man, I got my first job at work at Chick-fil-A now.
It's great.
Aw.
Good
How
for
many
him.
hours a
Identity
week
to
are you
the-
sinking into Overwatch?
Right now, not so much. I've been trying to, I've been balancing out over a lot of games, but I will easily put in, probably 10 to 15 in a week.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
That could be worse. Who are your mains?
Oh, dude, my mains on console are going to be Moira. I play a lot of Lucio, play some Zenyatta.
Lucio's fun.
Yeah, Lucio is fun.
Lucio's super fun. He's the one that drew me into the game because he was like,
I
oh,
get that.
it's not just a first-person shooter. There's so many things that each character can do that's going to influence the game in a different way.
Yeah, I like Smash Bros. A lot, and it scratches that itch while being a competitive shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm terrible at video games, so I don't
Yeah.
really play them. I watch
Really
them.
bad. We need to make a show where Jeff plays video games, and that's it.
My
That's the
favorite
only thing
thing-
that happens.
I can
Oh,
usually
man.
get my way through if there's a good story and it's
He's one of these guys.
Yeah, one of
You
my
guys-
favorite
Yeah,
my
I don't
favorite
play-
memories was watching Geoff
Okay,
try
to
play
be
Fortnite.
fair, I beat all 3 Mass Effects, so I'm not that terrible.
But
And
that's got a great fucking story. Mass Effect 2 is one of the
does.
best games of all time.
Oh, Mass Effect
Emma
2 is
looks
great.
like she is in hell.
No, I
She
like
looks like-
video games. I don't like the shooty kill people kind.
You should play Shooty Fruity. I got that on VR.
And that
Huh?
goes on.
he just died, Chad.
Who died?
What is going on? What'd you say, Jamie?
Stop avoiding the question, Emma. What video games do you play? What do you do?
I have dedicated the most time. That's a weird way to put it. I like Fez and Katamari the most.
Fez and I just before I was got on here, I was playing the Katamari original remake they put
Oh,
out for the
nice.
Switch.
Hell yeah!
Oh, cool.
That game is always delightful.
It's
Um,
I
Fez
don't.
is wonderful also, but the guy who created it is a real asshole. So
Yeah, I don't know much of him. I watched Indie Game.
yep, that's the one that'll tell you that he's kind
What's
of a
his
dick.
name?
Yeah, he
Something
seems
Fish?
like a dick, but he's also, he has the like whole tortured artist thing going on, which, take it or leave it, but his art is very good.
Yeah, I agree. His pixel art's amazing, and I hope he does make another game at some point.
I would love
But-
that.
he
He's
needs
had
to
his hands in a couple after that, actually.
Has he?
Yeah.
Good. What's his name? Phil Fish? Is
Phil
that
Fish,
him?
yeah. He's helped with Super Hypercube, which is a PS4. I think I don't know if it's specifically VR, but that's one of them.
That sounds like a game I would truly enjoy. I
Yeah.
love puzzles and cubes and
Say, have you played Witness at all?
Collects cubes.
no.
That's Jonathan Blow. His
Yeah, he did Braid, which is one of another favorite
Braid,
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Braid. I know.
Witness is really cool because Braid was one of those games that I played and I was like, oh, I'm not smart enough to. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, the metaphor did not hit with me, but it was pretty, and the music was fucking like. If a video game has good music,
Yeah.
I don't care if it's shitty. I will play it. Like I just beat the Ori Will of the Wisps, and if you guys haven't played any of the Ori games, they're fucking great.
That's
I've
a
never heard of
beautiful
them.
looking game. I haven't played it, but I've seen a lot of it, and it's really pretty too.
ORI?
Yeah.
It's like I think they're only on on Xboxes. I could be wrong. But it's basically like a Metroidvania kind of style game.
Oh, cool.
But with like beautiful art, beautiful music, and like legitimately like suspenseful moments that I highly recommend it.
Have you ever heard of Rogue Legacy?
The name sounds familiar. What's it about?
It's not really about much. It's just it's a side-scrolling platformer, kind of hitting.
No,
You go through a
that's not-
castle and you're a little guy and you have a lot of very specific characteristics and abilities and you collect money.
You know what roguelikes are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
so
where the floor changes each time you load it up.
Yeah, so it's that, and each time you like carry your gold with you to buy new stuff each time, and so you get better, and you play
like incrementally better as you play.
Yeah, you play as the offspring of your previous character,
Oh right.
and so
Oh,
there's
shit.
like different traits that go into it,
Okay.
and it's
It's
fun.
neat.
You expand
Rogue
classes and
Legacy?
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rogue
Write that
Legacy.
down
It's
real quick. Hold on.
I got it in 2000, I think 11 or 13. And I've been playing it since. I when it was on Project Greenlight for Steam, I was like, yeah, I'll spend $15 to help you guys
I get
this
that.
shit going, and it's
I used to be addicted to kickstarting games.
yeah. I did a few of them.
Like, yeah, I did. I've done a bunch of Double Fine. Like, I'm still waiting on fucking Psychonauts 2 if that'll ever come out.
Yeah, Double Fine had some good stuff. Like
Yeah.
it was cool when they expanded and did a
Historically,
lot
yeah.
of like smaller games, like right after Brutal Legend, I think it was.
Yeah, that's exact. Because they did, what was it? Broken Age, which was a fun little adventure game.
Yeah, my daughter likes that.
Yeah, they did. I think Chalice was one of them. I think Rad might have been one of them. They've got a bunch of cool ones. But the main thing is Double Fine just takes, one, they take so long for things to come out, but usually it's worth the wait. But two, like, have you played Costume Quest at all?
Yeah.
That's a great turn-based RPG. But then they just got bought by Microsoft. And after
Oh.
Microsoft fucking ruined Rare, I'm like really anxious about
Yeah.
it.
I was just about to say like that hasn't gone well for them. Or
Not
that has gone well
historically,
for them, but not
But like lately they've been a lot cooler. Like they when they put the Cuphead guys, they told them to take as much time as they wanted to make the game. And Cuphead's fucking amazing. If you haven't played it yet, I highly recommend it.
I have not played that, and I don't think I want to because it seems so
It's
fucking
very
hard.
hard. Yeah,
it's very hard.
And
It's-
I have Super Meat Boy, and I like playing that, but I can't play it for that long because it's just so brutal.
Yeah, I can only do like maybe one or two bosses, and you know it's usually probably like depending on the boss, like a half hour to an hour
Yeah.
before I'm like, all right, I need to take a break or else I'm gonna like get angry at a video game. Like I can see myself playing worse the more I play.
I do that
Eventually-
with Katamari.
Yeah, it's hard.
Do you ever have a Katamari level that you can't beat in the time the game keeps giving you the middle finger, and then you walk away for a little bit, and then you come back and you beat it real fast?
Yeah.
No. Every time I play, however many dozens of times, and I lose every time, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna set it down. I'm gonna go do something else. I'm gonna have some tea. I'm gonna pet my dog. I'm gonna come back, and I'm going to be relaxed, and I'm going to beat it because I've been practicing so much, and I feel good, and I feel clear, and I'm not in my head. And then I play it, and I lose again, and then I don't play it for a week.
Speaking of like difficult games like that, I'm curious. Actually, I don't think I've talked to any of you about this, but I'm real obsessed with Super Mario World hacks, like to make them really difficult. Like they call them Kaizo.
Within Super Mario Maker, or is it hacking the
You can make
Super
them in
Mario
Mario
ROM?
Maker. There's also a couple other programs that you can use. Some people put like custom music and custom sprites and things into the hacks.
I use Mario Paint.
I mean, I'm sure you can use those for sprites. But yeah, no, it's just because that is something I'm terrible at video games. I would never be able to do any of that. And so that's why it's maybe more impressive to me. I'm just curious, have any of you like watched them? Are you into them at all? Or
No, it's not pure.
it's not pure.
I do like the Mario Maker super runs. Like, you see that one with all the...
Yeah, those are nuts.
Those are fucking
those are
nuts.
The one with all the spikes.
No, the one with all the fire walls, whatever
Oh.
they're called.
Oh yeah,
Anyways,
the one with the chain fire where he has to like run around it. And,
yeah.
But no, there was that one. The what's it called? I Want to Be the Guy. Which
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
the iconic one.
Yeah, that game is
Fuck that.
awesome.
Nah, I'm not playing that. I'll watch it. I ain't playing it.
What's
No,
that?
that's that game I showed you.
Which one?
It's
is
like
that?
it's not made by any company. It's just made by like people.
Oh,
And they're like,
that
let's just
one.
put this in. This will be brutally fucking hard. And
Oh
it's
my
just
God,
like
it's
pieces
insane.
of games that are just like put into this Frankenstein, most insanely, stupidly difficult game. But it's so cool. I
Yeah,
love.
it's very impressive, but
I-
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no, I tried to play it. I got it when it became, or when I learned about it, and was like, that sounds great. And I didn't get past at all because it's impossible.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a game called The Impossible Game, and I think it's probably easier than I Want to
What's
Be the Guy.
Impossible game.
It's one of those like it was on PS3 I think, and then they had like phone versions of it, and maybe it's like Flash
like a-
versions of it. Whoa!
What happened?
Oh, you froze for a second.
Oh, you froze, and then you held really still, so we were like, wait.
Okay, one more time.
It's like it's a puzzle game. Isn't
Oh,
it?
I
The
get it.
Impossible game.
Yeah, it's like I think it's actually Flash based.
That would make sense because I think I've got it. I had it
wanna
on one of
play
my
that.
old phones. I'm sure.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
it's like
have it on
open this
one,
drawer.
but-
There's a key. It's kind of like what the room or what became the room.
Oh, I want to play
Later.
the
Yeah,
hell
yeah,
out
yeah.
of that.
That does
Nope.
that does sound right.
I think they're pretty like older though.
Mm. Well, we'll see.
Yeah,
I'll give it a try.
cool.
Might
you
be
have
able to
any-
find it on like Congregate or something.
Oh yeah. Let's get 3 emails real quick.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
get
Well, this is
a
kind of
lot of
crazy.
emails, so-
Yeah, we get a lot of emails. Actually, we get a lot of emails from Geoff, which is always
That
kind
one.
of crazy. Now we have him here,
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
it's nice.
we have someone to answer the questions for Geoff. Jeff asks, my whole life.
You better read it the way I wrote it.
My whole life they've been saying the universe is 13.8 billion years old.
Damn straight.
But why hasn't this number gone up any?
Yeah, fucking why?
Yeah.
I
That's
think
a
it's
good
the
question, Jeff.
zoom out effect.
There you go. It's because in the fourth dimension, when you zoom out from the third dimension that we're in, numbers become meaningless.
Have you seen the
Okay.
Purple Lady?
What?
All right, what do we got?
So wait, the nihilists
It's like,
were right all along.
It's like Matthew McConaughey used to say about time. You know, it'd just be like, I keep getting older and it stays the same age.
Exactly.
Be a lot
Yes.
cooler if you were.
Be a lot cooler.
Time is a
Be a
flat
lot cooler
circle.
if we went to the future.
All right. Next question from Jeff also.
Okay.
Do fish have DNA? That's the
Yes.
subject. Body.
Oh.
Think about it.
Okay. I don't know.
Oh,
What-
okay.
Do you think it goes like as deep as our double helix goes? Probably not.
Probably,
But I think
definitely
they.
not.
I don't think they
Are
have
you
the
saying
whole.
I got a small DNA?
I think so. I think no. I think fish do. I think they
Oh,
don't have the
fish
whole
do.
Gattaca. I think
I
they have just
apologize.
the gat. Fish have the gat. We have the Gattaca.
I'm saying you don't have a big
Jeff,
DNA
you have
growth.
sciatica. We have the Gattaca.
I don't
Fish
see.
got the D, is what
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, they probably just had the D.
I don't think that you could create a work of art as perfect as Junta without DNA.
That's like poetry.
Yes. That joke was for you, Geoff.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, okay. I wasn't supposed to understand any of what you
No,
just
don't
okay,
worry about it.
sweet. One more. What do we got?
This is a really weird one. This one comes from Liam. It says, "Can you get arrested for feeding vegan or feeding meat to a vegetarian?"
Can you get arrested? Oh, that's
Yeah.
like dropping a birth control pill in someone's drink or something like that.
Yeah, like if
It's kind of
someone
like it's right on the
Yeah, that's
edge,
the
but it's
pill
like you
people
pop.
drop some drinks historically is birth control.
Well, yeah.
That's what they should.
No,
they should mix
we
it.
went
They
over
should
this one
mix it for
time.
sure.
One of the emails wrote in by Geoff, I think, was, "Is it okay for me to drop the Plan B pill in my girlfriend's drink?"
I don't think it is.
And like, no, we I think the consensus was like, but
Yeah, that was the
Yeah, no,
I think that was the consensus. But
If you talk it out
this one,
afterwards.
yeah,
This one
I-
Hey,
is-
what's the harm?
yeah, no, if you bring it up like a year later,
I mean,
and you're
you-
like, you know how we don't have a kid, and then she's like,
You know how much
yeah,
free time we have right now?
like, well, here's what
You know how
happened.
much we enjoy our nights?
I
and
think
weekends?
once you let time pass, I think time heals all wounds.
I think it's always
We don't have to bring this one up again.
it's
though.
always a bad idea to
drug
ass-
people. No.
to
most of the
assume.
time it's a bad idea to drug people.
You're a
Nah,
coward.
I mean, drugging people is a spectrum.
I drug
Sometimes
myself all the time.
Sometimes I go to the weed store and I get weed for Zach, and I say here, and he goes, "What kind is this?" And I go, "Just fucking smoke it."
And I do.
And he does.
I
And
think
he does.
I think
And
you
sometimes
yes?
it makes my butthole looser.
I'm so glad I waited for you to say that.
I'm glad you waited too.
You got a loose potato.
I like to call it a mashed potato.
Oh God. Ain't nobody getting up in his potato salad. What are you saying,
Oh.
Emma?
Ugh.
Speaking of potato salad,
You're not supposed to toss those.
tossing it to you.
Ugh. I don't want. I drop it. I've been listening to a lot
Oh,
of
like it's
D&D. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I don't think you can get arrested for it, Geoff.
Oh, for what?
for feeding meat. The question was, can you get arrested for feeding meat to a vegetarian?
Oh yeah.
I don't think you can get arrested. I think you can probably have charges pressed. You can definitely get egged.
I think
Well,
Tom
I mean-
Jane might appear.
To be fair, though, Liam is the one
Vegan
that asked
police.
this question.
Oh, right. Sorry.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, Liam, if you're listening, call in.
But
Well,
I am glad to know that.
Jeff is
'cause
always
I think
Liam's
that
surrogate.
was-
I feel like context
Definitely
is
changed my actions.
Context.
because like
Yeah.
yeah, like if you're feeding it to him, like is it malicious? Like are you like trying to fuck with this person? Also, yeah, if you just accidentally give them like chicken broth, that's probably fine. But if you're like forcing a burger in their mouth, that's assault.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're holding them down with like one hand over their throat and you're just like forcing the ribeye into their mouth and you're just forcing their head closed to chew it up.
Well, sure.
You probably shouldn't do that.
I think that's an obvious case where that's obviously wrong. But
I do
if-
think about doing that sometimes.
But what if
Well-
it's like out of concern?
Yeah, what if they're like not
No,
getting enough iron?
that doesn't work for me because there are people who yeah, you can get iron and stuff from plenty of other sources, and there are people who feed their cats vegan cat food because they think that
Yeah, that's
That's
bad.
how
That's
they
very
should eat.
unhealthy for
No,
cats.
I
You
let-
absolutely should do that.
I let my cat chew on my fingertips because they need meat diets.
All right. Thanks for that, Zach.
Nice of you to let a cat know what it's going to be able to sample once you die.
Oh yeah, it's very. We
Dude.
have a good relationship about that. Like
Just can't
You
wait till
can-
Zach dies and then he's just gonna get eaten by mango.
I've
You
talked
can-
about my dead man on campus rule with Zach. If he dies, I don't have to pay rent anymore. I think that's how
Good
that
point.
works.
yeah. Why
Zach,
do you think
Yeah,
Mango's
well,
so
I think
fat?
if you just
Because
get
of
all A's in
equal-
your classes, I think is what it,
Zach, you can definitely get arrested for that.
What?
I was trying to say that earlier after he said that he lets his cats chew on his fingertips.
Oh yeah, that you can, especially because you're doing it on video and sending it to people.
Yeah.
That's my only fans. Only my fans get to see it. Okay.
It's all. Here's kind of a different version of that question. On MasterChef, they made this Hindu woman kill a crab, even though like it's against Hindu religion to kill a living thing.
What if
fucked up.
what if she had crabs? What if she had lice? What about the bacteria in her mouth when she brushes her teeth?
That's a good point, Chet.
Would she be opposed
That-
to
I just
cooking
like
with
the-
crab if you had
Like where I
killed it herself?
is it in the book where they draw the line? They're like, okay, if it's smaller than your fingernail, it's fine.
No, they literally if it's some. If you have the choice to take
Okay.
a life, you're not allowed to in Hinduism.
That makes sense.
What was that?
That was
Just my
some
computer saying.
Fun noise.
that.
Hey, your virus threat is protected.
Great.
Good,
Yeah.
good
Thank you,
news.
computer.
Your computer's condom is working.
Yeah,
Anyway.
no corona for that computer.
Awesome. Thank you very much for being on our show, Jamie.
Thank you for
Jamie,
having me.
For
Do
sure.
you,
Yeah.
do you have anything you would like to plug?
You can just follow me on Twitter.
No, follow him on Twitter. And wait, does your Facebook stuff go over there too?
No, it gets different jokes for the most part. I try to do
Ooh.
a spice of life so that people should follow me on both.
There
Oh,
you
cool.
go.
That's
It's
good.
worth
But if-
it.
If it crushes on one, I'll share it over. But my Twitter is at Thick Sonic.
CC?
Yeah,
TH.
CC. Of course,
Wait,
CC.
does Sonic have two C's as well?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
That was taken. So,
That's
so
Fair
it's
enough.
just a regular Sonic.
Thick Sonic with three C's.
What about Sanic?
on Instagram at my dad gets mad, right?
Yeah, that's it. I don't really post shit there outside of my cats.
He must see
Or
his cats.
Do you want some sweet
I'll
pizza?
post-
Roxanne
gets mad
and
about the cats.
Fern.
what? Right.
I was trying to remember your cats' names, but I couldn't, so I was just.
Oh,
I said Roxanne and Fern.
yep, that's it. They're named after my favorite Firefly characters, Roxanne and the Fern. But no, this was a blast. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you very
Yeah.
much.
For sure.
All right. Bye.
I love
Good
you.
night.
Have a good
God
night.
bless.
Sweet dreams.
Follow Allah.
Praise
Okay.
Allah.
Bye bye. He's great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stop recording on there.
Okay.
Okay, you do it.
Yeah, I got it. Boom.
Cool. Well, thanks for doing this with us, Geoff.
Yeah,
For
thanks,
sure.
Jeff.
Glad you came over. Glad to see your face.
Me too.
Glad.
I looked in the mirror earlier, and it's been a while.
Oh, you haven't done that?
I don't like to. I really don't.
What if, like, sometimes you forget? You're like, what do I look like? Do you ever
Well,
forget?
Like I know what I look like, but like for instance, when I watch video of myself doing stand up, part of the reason I don't video as much as I should is because I fucking hate watching myself in any context.
I wonder if that's a thing with everybody.
It might be.
I don't
'Cause
really enjoy it. Although if I'm on a Zoom meeting, I can't stop staring at my fucking face. I don't know why.
Oh,
You just make faces in it, like, ooh.
Yeah.
that reminds me of
Ah.
when you were doing the Sex and the City episode.
Oh,
Your eyebrows. I was laughing like every 5 minutes. I would like look over and see you still doing it.
I was watching my eyebrows like, holy shit, they're giant. I was playing Mr. Big.
And it looked like hilarious the whole time.
I'm glad other people were entertained by that because I was.
Geoff, did you see that set that she did on that one show, whatever it was called, Friday Night Funny, something?
Oh, from
something
the
with
Majestic Theater hosted by Naomi Fitter.
Yeah,
I was on that.
that's what I just
It
said.
was fun.
Oh, I don't think I did. Was that last night?
It was Friday.
Friday?
It was really fun. She had bits.
I think
Yeah,
I had
I'm gonna
taken
put it
like
up.
Oh,
Sorry.
You can you?
Yeah. Oh, and you can still watch it too. I think it's
Oh,
still
okay.
on the
Cool.
Majestic Theater
This
page.
isn't gonna go
It
up
was
like-
a really fun show. Max Brockman and Chris Johnson and the improv group were on it. The
Cool.
improv
Yeah.
group from,
Hopefully,
Majestic.
I'll definitely
it'll still be
watch
up
that
when
then.
this goes up.
It should be.
Yeah.
If
we go,
not, I'm gonna put up my set because
I think I clicked going and then I literally had eaten like 3 edibles and so I just fell asleep or
every
something.
time
Humble
understand.
brag.
I've been around Geoff or
Humble
talked to
brag.
Geoff in the last since I think the quarantine, it just comes up with like, yeah, I had some gummies, and
It's so
I'm
much
gonna be a
easier
little-
than smoking.
I'm either going to be a little off, or that's why I'm a little off, or yesterday I was a little off.
Spoiler
Well, at
alert.
least
Jeff
it's not-
likes to eat.
Spoiler
Spoiler alert.
Spooner.
Zach likes to talk.
I
Spoiler
like to
alert.
try and talk.
Yeah, I liked that one.
It was a
Oh,
really
that's from Punch Out.
I want to be the guy.
I don't remember what I was talking about
plugs.
just
I
then.
don't
Plugs?
remember.
Plugs? Do you have any plugs?
I mean, I'm writing a spec script, but that's not going to be for a little bit.
What are you writing
I'm writing an episode of Californication.
for the show spec script?
Yes, which is, if you haven't heard spec script, it is great and
It's a
funny
podcast.
every week. So listen to that.
Yeah, they're doing Zoom shows on Twitch.
That's
Zoom.
right. Yeah.
You can watch it on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch.tv/SpecScript.
Yeah, and all of the episodes that I listen every time one comes out, which is, as often as he can do it.
Yeah, they're super fun.
Outside of that, I don't have anything coming up right now. But yeah, that's it.
What about you, Emma? You on any online doodads?
Yeah, I am on. Oh, I should have pulled this up already. Well, I'm also
you
writing a
should've.
spec script. I'm writing an episode of The Handmaid's Tale, and we're going to record it on the 30th.
It's going to be really
and,
funny. I saw a little sneaky peeky at the script.
I showed you one line that I thought was funny, and the rest I'm like, I don't know.
Why can't you just let me say I saw a sneaky peeky and make it seem like I saw the whole thing and
Oh,
am complimenting it
You're right.
as a big deal?
go back and
I
then
saw,
skip this part.
Edit it.
You have
Zach,
the
edit it. Edit that part out, Zach.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you. Thank you.
Thanks,
the
Zach.
way
And
you
done.
want.
So I am excited for that. I just am second guessing myself. Thank you.
No, it's gonna be good. I saw a part of it. It's gonna be really funny.
I'm trying to hit that for the whole thing.
Can I give one word away?
Yes.
Sperms.
All right, that's all you need.
Yep. Sperms.
Sperms. Classic sperms. On June 14th, Shannon Hunt is hosting a weekly, I forget what it's called, but it's something involving comedy and mimosas. And I'm on it on June 14th. She's doing it every Sunday. I think the first one is this Sunday. So that'll
Nice.
be fun. Yeah, I'm really excited. I like Shannon.
Yeah, Shannon's great.
Zach, catch Zach on.
Y'all could just suck my dick,
Okay.
first and foremost,
And
and stop calling me on my phone. I know I put my
Wait,
phone
Zach,
number
what's your
out there.
number?
503-383-5834.
All right, so just give Zach a call and let him know you won't be calling him
him
Stop
anymore.
calling me, though.
you can find the podcast obviously on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Emma's running our Twitter station now, whatever you call it. Yeah, you're the only one logged into it anymore.
Okay.
No, I still am, but I don't know how to work Twitter.
I've been, you know what? I have been tweeting lately. Can I plug my Twitter? You should follow the podcast.
We're
Twitter.
also on Spotify, Stitcher, and Apple, and Google Podcasts.
That's 10.
Yeah, I think yeah.
LinkedIn.
That's amazing.
No, I mean not yet, but I mean there is a Podchaost live leak page just in case like I shit my pants on an episode or something.
I can't wait for that.
There is a
4chan.
Make a porn.
I-
Make a Pornhub.
Yeah, we need to make a Pornhub.
Need
and,
to
Make a
OnlyFans.
Pornhub.
and also it's actually
If-
really hard to
if you
get
make
your
a Podchaost OnlyFans, I will shit my pants in a bad way.
Okay, well,
In an unexcusable
we will
way.
absolutely talk as soon as this is over.
Zach,
Another
shit your pants in a good way right now.
another one that's actually really hard to get stuff onto WorldStar. It has to get approved, and so you
wow.
can't just like upload stuff and just have fun with it, whatever you want. It has to be approved by black people, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's the rule.
Yeah, the
And like if you know
the
me
High
personally, I'm
Council.
approved by black people like really fast, but like the whole content, I bring my white people with me, and it goes down.
We
It's the
were
High
we were
Council. You
going
got
so all the
Charlemagne,
way
Snoop
through the
Dogg,
podcast
Dr.
with no.
Dre's up there.
What?
Tupac flies in from Cuba.
That's not racist.
I'm not. I didn't say racism.
You're racist.
Just race getting brought up at all.
Yeah,
No.
because it was all white people for the longest time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff interests me.
This is why we can't get onto World Star.
I know.
Honestly, actually, yeah.
I'm actually just trying to have a little defensive conversation here. I am getting defensive, and I do apologize for that.
How soon are we
but
gonna
actually,
end?
apologizing is
I
what
have to pee so
doesn't
bad.
allow you onto World Star. So
You're about to see
you
me
can't
poop out my
apologize.
pee hole real fast.
No, that's a
Don't
catch.
stop
Oh my
this real
God.
soon.
You do. Thank
It's
you
about
very
to come
much,
out.
everybody.
About the
This has been
diarrhea.
the
I'm about to
podcast. You
diarrhea
guys
out of my
are
penis.
he's gonna diarrhea.
Oh no, there it goes.